First National Bank and Kavanaugh Auto Group. Now let's go to the NEA Baptist broadcast booth and join Bud Schropel for the First National Bank pregame show.
A pleasant Friday evening to everyone from Cooksey John Stadium on the campus of the Academies of Jonesboro High School. Golden Hurricane football is on the air tonight. I almost feel like this is the home away from home. The Hurricane, after a 2-week venture on the road and 2 heartbreaking losses, returned to Jonesboro to take on a team from out of state. First time they played an out-of-state school since 2006, and the first time they played a school from Mississippi since 1985, and it's the Center Hill Mustangs. Hello again, everyone. I'm Bud Schropel, our producer-engineer, back in the studios of the EAB Sports Network is Mr. Quentin Takis. Yep, this is the first game of the season for Jonesboro at home. 2 weeks on the road. 3 weeks ago, played at West Memphis, a heartbreaking 27-20 defeat at the hands of the Blue Devils. 2 weeks ago in Lake Hamilton, the Wolves played a heck of a game, the Hurricane played a heck of a game, and at the end of the contest, it was Lake Hamilton pulling it out 25-21, or 26-21, a 5-point victory for Lake Hamilton, putting the Hurricane at 0-2. First time they've been in this position under Randy Coleman at Jonesboro High School. Let's take a look at the coaches tonight. First, for the Center Hill Mustangs, Alan Peacock is in his 12th season with this school that's only been a school since 2006. They've had a football program for 16 years. 12 of them from Alan Peacock. He's been the head coach since 06. Last year, a 2-9 record. Know very little about the school, very little about the history of this school, other than they were under Coach Peacock in the district playoffs 3 times. They won the district title in 2011. Their deepest run in the playoffs has been to the second round. They are a 6A school, but they, like Jonesboro, are a 7A school. That's the largest classification in the state of Mississippi. However, Center Hill, like Jonesboro, is the smallest school in that classification. Good news on the horizon, though. Next year they're going to go to 7 classifications, and Center Hill will return to 6A next year, so it should be a different kind of ball game for the Mustangs next year as they finish their last year in the biggest classification before moving to the second largest classification, but not made the playoffs in 4 seasons. Jonesboro is led by Randy Coleman. He's in his 15th season at Jonesboro High School, off to an 0-2 start again, the first time ever that the Hurricane had been 0-2 in the season starting out. He's in his 15th season at JHS, 110-55, 17th season overall after 2 at Valley View, 120-66. His 2021 record, 7-4. 6-1 in conference play. Lost that heartbreaking game down in Marion, the last game of the season, to give them a 2 seed in the playoffs. Then they lost to Parkview 41-21 in their first game, the second round. 3 state championships in the locker room at Jonesboro High School, 79-72, 62. 16 conference championships. The last outright was 1980. First meeting is between these 2 schools. So we'll start history tonight, possibly play them in the future. To my knowledge, this is a 1-game series, and they'll talk about it for next year when next year comes around. We visited with Coach Randy Coleman about tonight's game with these Mustangs of Center Hill. We'll have that for you in this after this 2-minute timeout. You're listening to Jonesboro High School football on the EAB Sports Network.
Care journey full of possibilities. Experience world-class care delivered by friends, family, and neighbors right here in your community, bringing industry-leading technology to you, not the other way around. Your health record, your appointment scheduling, and your medications all in one place, and your lab results delivered the instant they're recorded. Do we look at healthcare differently? Absolutely. Experience the difference, and you will too. NEA Baptist, healthcare for the next century.
You've been told banks with branches don't have the digital capabilities you need. But why not have the best of both worlds? At First National Bank, we have all the online banking tools you could ever need. Plus, if you need something, we have real people in real places near you. Digital, with branches and real people. We know you can't be everywhere at once, but we can be anywhere you are. Check it, snap it, track it, pay it, move it, and ask it anywhere. First National Bank, putting you first, always.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Get huge savings now at every Kavanaugh dealership. Kavanaugh has a great selection of late model, low mileage, certified pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. And most are still under factory warranty. We have every make, every model, so you're sure to find the vehicle you want. And when you buy at Kavanaugh, every new and used purchase comes with 1 year free maintenance. Plus, we buy cars. Bring a vehicle, get a check. Come see us today at one of our dealerships or go to CavanaughCars.com.
The home team at Jonesboro Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is proud to welcome Dr. Asa Schneickel. Dr. Schneickel's an ACE State alum and is Northeast Arkansas's only joint revision surgeon, specializing in several forms of joint replacement. He joins the Jonesboro Sports and Orthopedics team with more than 40 years experience in getting you back in the game. So if you have a sports injury, just some nagging aches, or even need help with concussion management, call JOSM at 932-1820 to schedule an appointment. Jonesboro Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, excelling in our field so you can excel on yours.
Welcome back to the First National Bank pregame show at our NEA broadcast position at home in the press box here at
home.
Cooksey John. Yeah, how about that? Seems like forever. Just this season since we played here. In fact, we haven't played here yet.
We have not. It seems like half the season's over and we haven't played at home yet. So, yeah, it seems like forever.
And not going to play here many times this year anyway, so you got to take advantage of these 4 home games,
yep.
right?
Yep, we really do. We really have to enjoy them, and you kind of feel bad for the senior class, but just the schedule was something different this year. So we're just glad we got 10 games, to be honest with you, and we'd take them any way we could get them. So it'll be better next year, but I know that doesn't help the seniors out, but. At least the games we got, we should, really cherish and get excited. I know that, my position guys, so quarterbacks and tight ends have talked about how nervous and excited they are for tonight and being at home.
Randy Coleman joining us in our pregame coaches visit. And Coach, a couple of weeks ago, played Lake Hamilton, and I've been calling Jonesboro games for 15 seasons now and seen a lot of great games, but I don't know that I've ever seen one of your teams compete as hard as your team did that Friday night.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, I think that's as physical as I've ever seen a Jonesboro defense play. I think it's as gritty as an offense that offensive, as gritty as we've ever played on the offensive side of the ball, because it wasn't perfect. We had three and outs and one decent drive that ended in an interception, another decent drive that a bad snap ended it. So there was a lot of different ways we could have, kind of given up and said, well, it's, kind of another bad night, and they just kept fighting and ended up coming out in the second half and really playing well and taking a lead. And, I'll bet 10 times out of 10 times that if we go up and we kick off and they recover it inside the 5, so the team's got to go 96 yards for a touchdown with 2 minutes to go, I'll bet 10 out of 10 times that we win. But unfortunately, we had 2 different chances to get an interception. We get our hands on the ball, we don't get an interception. We had one play where we had 2 different people get their hands on a fumble but didn't recover it. Any of those 3 plays go in our favor, and we're kneeling on it and getting a victory. But we didn't, and they made a couple plays down the stretch. But it was a really, really good football game, especially with an hour lightning delay at halftime and then another 30-minute delay in the fourth quarter.
You've had 2 tough games against tough opponents.
Yep.
Week 1, couldn't pull it off in the last few seconds against West Memphis. Next game, they pulled off a good ending for them in about the same amount of time to end the football game. Couple of losses that I'm sure some of your duties and your coaching staff's duties make sure your team doesn't get down themselves, because those close losses are sometimes harder to take than blowouts.
Yeah. I mean, they're tough to take because, I take responsibility for those close losses. I mean, anytime the game's that close, there's probably a coaching decision from me that could have gone, one way when it didn't, and we get a win. So I take full responsibility for that. We thought we had good play calls. In hindsight, we probably could make a better one. We think we got good schemes set up, and we get a guy out of place. So those are on me as the coach. So can't fault the kids for fighting as hard as they did and playing 4 quarters. And honestly, they're in single digits in each game where it's being decided at that moment. So really proud of our guys, and we've had 2 good weeks of practice, so we're excited.
You get down to the end, but your team is out there competing hard. Now you just need to get a win.
Yep. Yeah. Now we need to put it all together, and if you look back to West Memphis, we gave up 5 pass plays that covered 223 yards. Against Lake Hamilton, we gave up 6 pass plays that covered 170 yards. Offensively, we turned the ball over in the end zone against West Memphis. Against Lake Hamilton, the 3 and outs are the killers. Anytime you go 3 and out, you're not helping your defense, number one, and you're not having any kind of ball control where you can find weakness in the defense. So those are the things we got to fix, and then and really special teams has played a part as well. I mean, the against West Memphis, we had a punt return deep inside their 30 that would set us up for a scoring opportunity because we'd take a field goal at that point. And we fumbled the return. And then, against Lake Hamilton, we give up a kickoff return, and then we have a punt return for a touchdown called back for a penalty. So, those are mistakes that you can't do against good teams. And, I guess the two teams that we played so far have a combined record of 5-0. So, and it's not going to get any easier. You got Center Hill this week that you're totally unfamiliar with. And then you got, a top 5 team in Cabot and the number 1 ranked team in Bryant coming up. So and then you got a 5-hour bus ride to Northside. So it's not going to get any easier. We just got to keep at it and keep improving and compete like we have.
Maybe we should start calling you Coach Nostra Coleman, because bottom line, the last 2 games, the difference has been what you always talk about each week in your explosive plays,
yep,
or in your keys to victory, explosive plays, which you gave up way too many to Justin Kretschmer in the last game, and turnovers.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, you combine those 2 stats, and I know I've seen the statistics in a college football study that if you win both the turnover and explosive play battle, you win in the 90th percentile of the contest. So if you lose both of them, you're winning, in the single digits percentage wise, and if you win one or the other, it's a toss up. So, unfortunately, we've lost both categories in both games, and and still been in the game with seconds to play. So if we can just clean up those little things, we'll get a lot better.
You're playing a team that you don't know a lot about. You did go out and scout them last week, but you still don't know a whole lot about them except what you saw in them that night. Is that a good thing, since you've had the week off, to be maybe just concentrating on what your team does instead of what the other team is going to do?
I definitely think so. I definitely think the week off gave us a week where we could work on things that we were doing poorly, like we just talked about. And then we got a full week to work on Center Hill. So, the bottom line is this. I mean, they probably know as much about us as we know about them. So, that it kind of evens things out. But again, it's going to come down to, who takes care of the ball and who makes big plays. And it doesn't matter if, you're playing the Kansas City Chiefs or Center Hill Mustangs. I mean, you got to do those two things in order to compete to win.
Your backfield has looked very good the first two games. The top three rushers are less than 40 yards a game difference between them.
Yep.
And Terrence Brown last week did a really good job on throwing the football. Not many times, 9 times, but he completed 7 of them for 1 score.
Yeah, and so we're improving, and I like the explosiveness of Brock McCoy, and I thought he's ran really well between the tackles. Pick or Markevius Pickett's about as solid as you're going to get. Just a steady carrier of the ball, and honestly, he has the big screen for a touchdown against Mountain Home in the scrimmage that was called back. So he's doing things in both the running and receiving areas of the game, but. Philip Tillman, I still think is going to have like a huge game coming up. I mean, he had some really big plays last week or 2 weeks ago against Lake Hamilton. The third down conversion on a reverse where he puts his hand down and just stays on his feet long enough to fight for the yards to get the first down was huge. Also ran a reverse pass which he kept. On a run for a big first down when we were backed up deep inside our 10. He had the punt return called back for a touchdown, but he's going to have a big night offensively one of these nights, and so we've got to find ways to get him the ball. Chris Stacy's starting to get a little bit more familiar with the offense, and so he should see some more touches, and then. Grant Bartels and Maddox Morrison, just need to continue being Grant Bartels and Maddox Morrison. And then you got, Marion Taylor that when he's on, he makes us a lot better, and he's been on a lot. And then you get, Avrion Sanders coming back this week. So having AV back just as a senior leader, but just somebody that's hungry to be on the field because he's been out for so long. He's excited, and I'm looking forward to seeing what he does.
Quickly talk defensively. Fred Giles is certainly living up to the expectations of him. A lot of people, you yourself, has compared him to Jay Shad Stewart, and boy, he sure looks good out there.
Yeah, he plays 100 miles an hour. I mean, he doesn't know how to take a play off, and then you combine that with length and speed and strength, and he's a really, really good football player. But I'll tell you what, Jonathan Milton played really, really well at the other defensive end spot against Lake Hamilton. So, those guys are coming on, and then, Marquis Stafford, we see what he can do at linebacker from the Mike spot. Trayshawn Crawford has played really well. Caleb Smith has played well at linebacker. Will Thayer last game against Lake Hamilton had 13 tackles, so we know what he can do from the safety position. A lot of Jamarion Brownlee has played phenomenal at corner to go, from the opposite side of captain and starter Tony McKay. So, we're coming on. We're coming on. And then I really like, Cole Abernathy has been solid as always at left tackle. But I really like what Trayvon Jones, Alex Heineman, and Cash Colburn are doing on the right side of the ball. So we're excited about them. And then Kathan Green, who went from, he's a lefty, and so he was a left-handed snapper of the ball to breaking his hand the week of the scrimmage game, not being able to play the scrimmage game, getting a club put on. Snapping right-handed and just steadily improving. Well, this week he's switching from a club to he'll have a soft cast on, so he'll have some fingers involved, and I think he's got to wear that for a couple weeks, so he'll still snap right-handed. And then I asked him, I said, what are you going to do whenever, you get all that cast off and you got both hands? And he was like, Coach, I really don't know yet.
May switch it up.
So, it's, so that just tells you right there that he's getting comfortable, snapping right-handed, and Dawson Foster's done a good job when he's been in there as well. So we're coming along. We're making a lot of progress.
I'm sure the keys haven't changed at all, and you need a victory tonight for these home fans who have been waiting for this night.
Yeah. It's going to be great to be at home and just get that energy from the crowd and all that. But yeah, we can't turn it over on offense. We need to keep that trend, going in the right direction where we're getting one or less. We got to cut out the explosive plays defensively, especially when it's assignment based, where you're out of position. And then special teams is going to be huge this week because we'll be without Will Barnett. So Cash Young will handle kickoffs. Marco Cisneros will handle extra point and field goal. And then Will Thayer will handle the punting duties. So, those, Cash and Marco are both sophomores. So, first home game, first start, so to speak, nerves will be in play. So we'll see, we'll see how special teams goes with that.
Thanks for the visit. Hopefully no lightning delays tonight. We can talk to you after the game.
Thank you, bud.
Randy Coleman in the pregame show, back with the starters for the Mustangs and the Hurricane as you're listening to Jonesboro High School football on the EAB Sports Network.
You raised your family here, did every July 4th here, refinished the floors here twice, sized up your daughter's boyfriends here, waited in the doorway all day when your son was coming home on leave. This place has given you...
Tony McKay, a captain. Jonathan Brownlee, the corners. Taz Clark, Will Thayer, another captain, are the safeties. Turnover gain ratio -4. Jonesboro has not caused a turnover yet. They have turned the ball over 4 times in 2 games. Deshaun Foster, Coburn and Trayvon Jones to the right side, Rashid Staten and Cole Abernathy to the left side. Marion Taylor is the tight end. The receivers are Philip Tillman and Maddox Morrison. Markevius Pickett, Brock McCoy, the running backs. Terrence Brown is the quarterback. Brown, McCoy, and Pickett, the 3 leading rushers for Jonesboro. Less than 50 yards separates the first from the third. And there's your starters. Your captains are at midfield. We'll have the kickoff in 1 minute on the EAB Sports Network.
Healthcare journey full of possibilities. Experience world-class care delivered by friends, family, and neighbors right here in your community, bringing industry-leading technology to you, not the other way around. Your health record, your appointment scheduling, and your medications all in one place, and your lab results delivered the instant they're recorded. Do we look at healthcare differently? Absolutely. Experience the difference, and you will too. NEA Baptist. Healthcare for the next century.
Jonesboro High School Athletics is brought to you by Gateway Tire and Service Center and Toyo Tires. Where there's always one thing you can count on, we go the distance for you. Before you hit the road for a trip across country or across town, drop by Gateway Tire and Service Center and check out the great deals on Toyo Tires. Whether it's tires or auto repair, you can always count on one thing. At Gateway Tire and Toyo Tires, we go the distance for you. At Gateway Tire in Paragould and Jonesboro, we go the distance for you.
You're listening to Jonesboro High School football on KNEA, K237FI 95.3, and K245CW 96.9 Jonesboro, and KBRI Clarendon, the Ticket Radio Network.
Center Hill defers the choice to the second half. Jonesboro will receive the football. Will be moving from left to right as you visualize at home, in your car, or wherever you may be listening, or I encourage you to tune in to the game and watch it visually. YouTube JHS The Warning, the streaming provided by the students here at Jonesboro High School. Hurricane in their home, all black uniforms, numerals and letters in white, black Hurricane helmet. Center Hill has an Ole Miss vibe to it. They have red pants, white jerseys with bright red numbers. The helmets have that deep blue that Ole Miss spouts, and then the writing and stripes on the helmet are red, so it looks very much like an Ole Miss uniform. Hurricane 0-2 on the season, looking for their first win tonight. Doesn't really matter who they're playing, where they're playing. They just need a win. 2 heartbreaking losses, one on the road to West Memphis, 27-21 on the road to Lake Hamilton 2 weeks ago, 26-21, losing that in the last 40 seconds of the ball game. Had a chance to win the West Memphis game in the last 40 seconds of the ball game, but that OTO came up again, an interception thrown by Terrence Brown, and that was the difference in the ball game. Terrence did improve by 900%, I guess you could say, from 1 yard passing to 92 in game 2. So he'll be looking to even improve on that. Philip Tillman going deep.
Back deep to receive for the Hurricane, number 8, Tony McKay.
And Tony McKay to return this kick. From Carter Burton. He's a right-handed kicker. He's going to kick from the right hash. And welcome to week 4/3. Line drive kick that will go towards out of bounds. It does go out of bounds. Fielded there by Tillman, out of bounds. So a flag will be thrown. That has been the modus operandi of the opponents this year for Jonesboro, kicking it out of bounds and not kicking it to the return men. A couple of times Randy Coleman has said, no, make them kick it again. This time he's going to take it and start it from the 35-yard line. Try to get this team to winning. Terrence Brown enters the field. He's the QB for Jonesboro. 7 out of 9 last week for 96 yards. It said 92, 96 yards. 1 touchdown, 1 interception. 41-yard pass to Maddox Morrison for the score. He's rushed 26 times for 157 yards. He is the second leading rusher for the Cane behind Brock McCoy's 183. Here's a handoff to Philip Tillman coming around. He's trying to get it outside. He does. Turns a corner and run out of bounds at the 47. That's a gain of 12 and a first down for Jonesboro on their first play of the night. There's a flag down, though, and that's probably going to come back. Randy Coleman may have to include penalties in his keys to victory tonight because there was a first down wiped away by a hold. Silva move it back to the 25-yard line. It'll be first and 20. 3-4 defense for Center Hill. The Mustangs weren't even a school back years ago when I went to high school and didn't become one until the 2000s, 2006. They have been in business. They give it off to Markevis Pickett. Has to stop, change his direction. He gets a nice run. He got about 14 yards to the 39-yard line. It's going to be 2nd and 6. Barrett Dempsey on the tackle for Center Hill. 2nd and 6 for Jonesboro. Near the left hash, going to hand it off again. This time it's McCoy trying to get around the left side. He does. He gets a first down as he crosses the 45, goes out of bounds short of the 46-yard line. Move the chains. The first down officially for Jonesboro. No flags this time. They'll have to move those chains. Trying to gain some confidence. They played so well against Lake Hamilton, but just 4 explosive plays from Justin Kretschmer for the Wolves was just enough to get Lake Hamilton the victory. They're going to hand it off this time. Here comes McCoy again, turns it upfield, has some running room, good blocking ahead of him, and he's twisted down at the 45-yard line of Center Hill, about a yard shy of the first down. It was number 7 for Center Hill, Denver Kiner, on the tackle for the Mustangs. 2nd and 1 for Center Hill. Jonesboro has talked about getting under center more. Haven't seen that yet tonight. In the shotgun, it's Terrence Brown. Right behind him, the Jonesboro RB. 2 receivers split to the left side on short right. This is Markevis Pickett. Gets back to the line of scrimmage and no more. 3rd and 1. Several Mustangs in on that tackle, led by number 33 from his linebacker spot. That's Barrett Dempsey. 3rd and 1, actually lost about a half yard. So 3rd and 2. Going to hand it to Pickett. He's trying to go wide, outrun the defense, and can't. Number 94 corrals him, twists him down, and I don't know who 94 was. Her roster doesn't go that deep. But he made a nice play on Markevis Pickett. Loss of 3, it's 4th and 5. And Will Thayer in. He's the punter tonight for Jonesboro. Will Barnett not able to play. So Thayer will kick the football, and he also is the backup quarterback, so the possibility of them going for it on 4th down is always there. This time a quick kick, 1 step, drop back. Ball's going to take a big bounce and rolls into the end zone. That's going to be a 49-yard punt for Thayer, no return. Center Hill will have it 1st and 10. So the Hurricane first drive stalls at the 49-yard line of Center Hill after a 2nd and 1. Couldn't get it any further. In fact, lost 4 yards from there. Now the defense will come out to do their job. Had a great game last 2 weeks ago against Lake Hamilton. But again, just too many explosive plays, 4 of them from one guy, Justin Crutchmer. He just found ways to get open in the secondary. Then he knew what to do with it after he got the ball. 1st and 10 for the Mustangs. It's Jaden Logan, the quarterback, under center. 1 back, man goes in motion. They run a flex bone and run the ball a lot. They get it out to the 25-yard line. A good first run, actually beyond the 25-yard line. Call it 2nd and a long 6. A long 4 for Center Hill. 2nd and 4 for Center Hill. Under center is Logan. Now he pulls back out to get the call. Had a man in motion. Now he'll go back to his slot position on the right side. 2 slot backs on either side. Running back, that's Cedric Nelson. 1 receiver split to either side. Give it to the man. Nope. Quarterback Logan keeps it on an option play, and he opted wrong. He's sacked at the 25. It's going to be a loss of a yard, so a sack goes down.
We'll bring out 3rd down and 5.
Darius Dinwiddie on the tackle to lead the charge for the Hurricane. 3rd down and 5 for the Mustangs in their first offensive drive of the season. No score of the game. No score. 8:18 to go first quarter. Logan's going to pitch it back to Nelson. He makes a sidestep. Loss of football. It's on the deck. Picking it up. And then tackled at the 15-yard line for Jonesboro. Tony McKay with the scoop. Couldn't score it, but Jonesboro will have it at the 15-yard line, 1st and 10. Cedric Nelson was trying to get around the edge. He was popped hard in the midsection. The ball came out, and McKay there to scoop it. Couldn't score it. Player for the Center Hill team right there on him, but it does give Jonesboro the ball 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line. So 1 turnover on Center Hill. Here comes Hurricane offense. Terrence Brown, the junior, 5'8", 195. 7 of 9 last time out, 96 yards, 1 touchdown. 41-yard strike to Maddox Morrison. Taylor comes to the right side tight end. Empty backfield for Brown. He's going to give it to Tillman on the end around. Tillman wrapped up. I'm not sure he got back to it was Chris Stacy out there for the end around. The basketball player coming out this year for Randy Coleman. Chris, part of the state championship basketball team last year for Jonesboro. It's going to be a loss of 1, 2nd and 11 coming up for Jonesboro. Maddox Morrison splits out to the left side. In the slot is Tillman. 2 backs. Brown looks left, now throws it to the end zone for Tillman, runs out of room. Boy, and he had Markevius Pickett in the backfield, but nobody within 15 yards of him. Should have swung it out on the swing play, but he had it in his mind to go to Tillman, and that's where he was going. Come high temperature or high water. 3rd down and 11 now from the 16-yard line of Center Hill. Tillman splits out to the right side, twins on the left, actually trips on the left. Brown's going to tuck it and run, and he's going to get dropped in the backfield. It was number 9 on the tackle, Masai Wright. Brings up 4th and 10, and if we're going to tie a field goal tonight, it'll be from a brand-new kicker, Will Barnett. Not in uniform tonight. Randy Coleman, not sure he's going to put the sophomore in this pressure this early. He's not going to. He's going to go for it. Taylor joins 2 others, tripped in the diamond left, and timeout called by Jonesboro. Timeout on the field with 6:49 to go. No score. Jonesboro and Center Hill on the EAB Sports Network.
You've been told banks with branches don't have the digital capabilities you need. But why not have the best of both worlds? At First National Bank, we have all the online banking tools you could ever need. Plus, if you need something, we have real people in real places near you. Digital, with branches and real people. We know you can't be everywhere at once, but we can be anywhere you are. Check it, snap it, track it, pay it, move it, and ask it anywhere. First National Bank, putting you first, always.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Morgan Webb, Olivia Daniels.
Bud Schroepel back at our NEA broadcast position here at Cooksey Johns, our first home game of this season, and it's 4th and 10 for the Hurricane from the 15-yard line at Center Hill, and after the timeout, Jonesboro's still going to go for it. 3 receivers triangled on the right side, wide left is Tillman. They're going to him in the end zone, and it's caught by Philip Tillman right over the right shoulder. There's a 15-yard touchdown pass from Terrence Brown to Philip Tillman, and Jonesboro on the board, 6-0 Hurricane. Perfect pass from Terrence Brown. I mean, it couldn't have been any better. It was a timing pattern going up the left seam route. He kind of broke it off going to the post route, and the ball was right there. I mean, right there. Never broke stride. The extra point. Line driver is good. Cash Young with the PAT, and Jonesboro on top of Center Hill. 7-0. This is Jonesboro High School football on the EAB Sports Network.
A-State football and the Social Jonesboro are the perfect winning combination for game day. The Social has an amazing, delicious, fantastic, and tasty menu that goes perfect for pre or post game. Plus, the official Red Wolves away game watch party takes place at the Social. What we're saying is, it does not get any better than the Social on Red Wolves game day. The name says it all. Get social at the Social and get ready to howl with fellow A-State Red Wolves fans on every game day. The Social at Greensboro Village in Jonesboro.
Back at Cooksey Johns, 7-0 Jonesboro on a 4th down play. Philip Tillman gets it in the end zone, and Hurricane on the board. That is the first touchdown of the year for Philip Tillman from a receiver spot. He returned a punt earlier in the year, or excuse me, a kickoff. First game at West Memphis. That's his first catch for a touchdown as a Hurricane. Cash Young teeing it up at the 40-yard line. 7-0 Hurricane. Good kick. Young straight down the middle, fielded at the 5. To the 15, going to the right side, makes a nice move, getting on the edge, and then corralled by Hurricane defenders as he crosses the 25 to the 27. First and 10 from there for the Mustangs. Good coverage by the Hurricane. First man to hit him was number 29, Jamarion Brownlee. All right, here comes the Hurricane defense and the Center Hill offense. Turned it over first time from running back Cedric Nelson. Now go to work again. Jonesboro 3-4 defense. Center Hill. Quarterback will be under center. Hands it off to Nelson. He tries to go right side, and not a whole lot there. May have gotten a yard, maybe even two, but stacked up by the majority of the Jonesboro defense. Will Thayer came in late and lay a hit on him. Jamarion Palmore also in on the stop for Jonesboro. Gain of 2, 2nd and 8 for Logan, the quarterback. Hands it off to Nelson, the running back. He is hit hard, stays up, loses his helmet. Gets to the 35-yard line. That's wanting it big there. That was a good gain. Got about 5, 6 yards. It'll be 3rd and 1. He'll have to come off the field. That was 24, Cedric Nelson, continuing to run hard as his helmet was just popped off his head. Losing his hat, as they say. That left side of the Hurricane defense. Bryson Garner out there. First one to hit him. Coming in, Travis Neal, Jonathan Milton, and several more. Actually, they're going to spot him now back at the 33-yard line, so it's 3rd and 3 for Center Hill, looking for their first down tonight. Logan, the quarterback, keeps it, and he's going to lose yardage. Well, he actually got back. They're going to give him 4 progress for a gain of 1. Tony McKay came in to give him a pop. Also, Jonathan Milton in on the stop. Milton, 2 tackles against Lake Hamilton. It's 4th down and 2. And Center Hill lining up like they're going to go for it. Watch the ball, don't jump. Watch the ball, don't jump. Send a man in motion. He stops. They're now going to get the play call. Are they going to go for it, or are they going to call the timeout and punt it? Still looking, still looking. Clock down to 3, 2, 1. Timeout called by Center Hill, probably bringing up the punt. 7-0 Jonesboro on this timeout. From our NEA broadcast position, you're listening to Jonesboro High School football on the EAB Sports Network.
With Baird Auto Group, there's nothing that brings our communities together like high school sports. No matter what the scoreboard says, it's a winning feeling just to be a part of it. At Baird, we want you to have the feeling anytime you come into one of our dealerships. Good credit, bad credit, no no problem. Don't buy anywhere else until you shop at Baird location near you. Don't get a bad deal, get a Baird deal. Because why pay more?
Saving service, great selection too.
Bud Schropel back at Cooksey Johns, and now Center Hill's going to send in their punter. That's Carter Burton to kick this thing away on 4th and 2. Gets the snaps, gets away the punt, line drive to take a high bounce and be picked out by Phillip Tillman, and they'll quickly collar his neck and pull him down at the 27-yard line. 1st and 10 Hurricane from there. Got a 35-yard punt, 1-yard return for Tillman. Tried to catch him off guard with the scoop right there, the defense to the special teams to bring him down. Terrence Brown, the quarterback, 2 backs, 1 to either side. Taylor goes to the wide out to the left side, bring the one back up to the H-back slot. Different look for Jonesboro. Fake a handoff to Pickett, loading it up and going deep, and nobody there. Over through Maddox Morrison and Phillip Tillman, both running down the center of the field. 3 coverage men for Center Hill. 2nd down. Not a lot of action in Northeast Arkansas tonight. Almost everybody off. The other 3 schools that EAB covers have bye weeks. Millington had a flashback to Memphis. Nettleton, Brooklyn, and Valley View all off this week. Jonesboro and Westside, the only Craighead schools play. Here's Brock McCoy getting outside, turning the edge and getting some open field across his midfield down the 48-yard line of Center Hill, Mississippi. Nice run, Brock McCoy. About a 25-yard gain. 1st and 10 Hurricane. From the 48-yard line of Center Hill. Tillman splits to the right side. From the left hash, going to hand it off to Markevius Pickett, trying to get outside. Or was that Brock McCoy? It's McCoy trying to get outside, and he run out of room. No gain. 2nd and 10. Grant Bartels comes off the field. Marion Taylor's going to split to the wide side right. He is the tight end who's not had a catch this year. Pickett this time loses the football, and there's a turnover. Right to Center Hill, picking it up. Number 44 for Center Hill, Gabe Reyes. And the Hurricane turn it over in their own territory. 1st and 10 Center Hill from the Hurricane 46. One turnover for Jonesboro now. For Pickett, his first fumble of the season. Jonesboro's fumbled it 3 times this year and 1 pick. Here's Logan, the quarterback under center. Hands it off to Nelson up the middle. Got about 2 or 3. Gonna spot him at the 44-yard line. A 2-yard gain, 2nd and 8. Fred Giles, and now he gets a tackle. Giles 6 tackles against Lake Hamilton, 16 on the year and 1 TFL. Dinwiddie's going to go out to cover the wide out right side. Man goes in motion. And a timeout called by the Mustangs. Well, actually, the official called the timeout. He went out to the white hat. He wanted to throw a flag. He did throw a flag. Encroachment on the defense, 5 yards. 2nd and 3 now for Center Hill. What could he have asked the white hat? Can I call that? Hey, if it happened, call it. Call it. Jaden Logan under center. Trying to run the same play, stopping in the backfield is number 36, J.D. Washington. Now, who go back to the slot on the left side, go back in motion again. They're an option play, and Logan's going to keep it, and he's going to get the first down and a whole lot more, run out of bounds at the 20-yard line of Jonesboro. 1st and 10 Center Hill. Nifty play there for the Mustangs. Hey, this is not a bad team at all that Hurricane are playing tonight. So if they had any visions this was going to be a laydown by the Mustangs, they thought wrong. Jaden Logan comes back under center, splits 2 receivers out to the left side. H-back comes in motion to give it to Nelson up the middle, and he just follows blockers to the 12-yard line. It's going to be a couple of yards shy of the first down. And there for the stop for Jonesboro was Jonathan Milton. Again, if you'd like to see what's happening out here in Cooksey Johns and you can't make it out tonight, go to YouTube and type in JHS The Warning, and you'll see all the action tonight. You can also see games archived from before. Here's a tackle for a loss. Logan on the on the run, and he was tackled by, I believe it was Travis Neal, but I wouldn't swear to it.
Travis Neal on the stop.
Loss of 1, 3rd and 3 from the 13-yard line. Have to get to the 10 for the first. Logan under center. One back, that's Nelson. Hand it to Nelson. He tries to weave his way up, and he'll get forward progress for a yard, but that's it. It's going to be 4th and 2. Here is Dinwiddie on the first hit.
4th down and 2.
4th and 2 from the 12 for the Mustangs. Looks like they may bring out the field goal unit. And they are. It'll be spotted at the 19-yard line. This will be a 29-yard kick for Carter Burton. From the right hash, get the snap down, the kick is up, it's a line drive, and it is good. Center Hill on the board on the 30-yard, 29-yard field goal. It's 7-3. Jonesboro with the lead on the Ticket Radio Network.
Trainers there, high school, junior high games working on Leah Hill on the second line. Thank you, Leah. Thank you, Leah, for everything you do. Keep the Golden Hurricane rolling as the Cyclones going strong. Sacred Arms, the heart of great medicine.
Pico Foods says good luck to all the players, coaches, cheerleaders, and marching bands taking the field tonight. Under the lights, it's not about who's in your path, it's about who's in your huddle. And Pico Foods is a proud teammate and supporter of local communities and the state's agricultural producers. Learn more about Pico Foods' mission to support producers in Arkansas and Missouri by calling David Durham or James Chester, 870-202-7101. In Alabama and Mississippi, call Craig Bird or John Taylor Hickman, 601-670-9383.
Center Hill after the field goal, kick it off again. It goes out of bounds again. They are just not going to kick to our guys. Philip Tillman, Tony McKay, not an opportunity to return again. Jonesboro will have it. It goes out of bounds at the 46-yard line, and that's where they'll get the ball, 1st and 10. So a short field ahead for the Kane offense. Nope, they're going to make them kick it again. I'll take that back. They're going to spot it at the 49 of Center Hill. That must have been when it first crossed the line, and that's where Jonesboro will get it 1st and 10, so an even shorter field for the Cane. So they're going to go no back. Empty backfield for Terrence Brown, who's throwing the ball pretty good tonight. Taylor split to the right side, 3 on the left side. Tillman. Morrison. Can't tell you the third. Won't turn his body around. Going to change the football. That's what the delay has been. Now we're ready to go. 1st and 10 Cane from the Center Hill 49-yard line. 48 seconds to go, first quarter. Hurricane up 7-3. Here comes Brock McCoy, also in the formation. They're going to call a procedure penalty against Jonesboro. Cost him 5 yards. I think that may have been that sweep they were going to run with this Swifty McCoy. Bring up 1st and 15 for the Cane. Chris Stacy, one of the 3 triangled on the right side, are going to pass it out to Stacy, open for some running room. He's going to go all the way across the field, cuts it back upfield, and made a night. There's a flag comes out, but Stacy turns a loss of close to 5 yards into a gain of 14, but I think that's going to come back on a hold. But nice move there, Chris Stacy. Showing some juking ability, and it is a hold. From the spot of the foul, they'll march at 10 yards. It's going to be 1st down and 24. They'll split 3 out to the left side, 1 to the right, 1 back. Brown quickly gets it out to Morrison, and as he was getting ready to run, he forgot to corral the football. It's incomplete.
They bring up 2nd down.
I'm not sure that it was Morrison that missed that catch. It may have been Taylor. But he was looking to run. He kind of patted his chest and said, "That's on me." Second in a bunch. Have to get to the 39. Here's Brown again loading up to throw. Lets her fly. And it's Tillman. He catches it at the 25. Second touchdown for Philip Tillman. And Jonesboro, 13. Center Hill, 3. And I'll tell you this, and I'm glad this is not on something they can replay. Tillman pushed off right before he caught the football to get a little more separation, and he took it to the house. 63-yard touchdown pass. Cash Young's extra point is good. Jonesboro on top, 14-3, and that was our Domino's pizza delivery of the game. Make game night better by ordering online at Domino's.com or from the Domino's app. A 63-yard touchdown pass. Terrence Brown, his second TD pass of the night to Philip Tillman. We'll keep it right here. Hey, next week on the road again. Imagine that. Heading down to Cabot for the first 7A game in the history of Jonesboro High School. In terms of conference play, they'll take on the Panthers. Our broadcast will begin at 6 o'clock with the America's Car-Mart football report. 6:30, our in-game pregame, and then 7 o'clock, the play-by-play from Cabot, Jonesboro, and the Panthers. Game 1 in the 7A Central. So one more score in the first quarter goes to Jonesboro, and it's 14-3 Hurricane with 22 seconds left on the clock. Young will tee it from the left hash. This one he's going to pop up. Going back for the catch and sliding down is number 37, Jay Jones, one of the slot receivers for Center Hill, and they'll have it at the 37-yard line. Trying to catch him a little napping. They were right on top of it. So first down, Center Hill. From their 37-yard line, they'll begin from the left hash. Again, go to YouTube, JHS a warning. You can see all the action here from Cooksey Johns tonight, always on the road too, with the JHS media personnel. Students of Jonesboro High School do a great job with the streaming. Jaden Logan, the quarterback, under center. Nelson, the running back, gets a handoff and get maybe two to the 39.
Stopped by plethora of Hurricane defenders.
Travis Neal leading the charge for Jonesboro. Another gang tackle by the Golden Gang. And that's the end of the first quarter. Jonesboro on top at Center Hill, looking for win number 1 in this season. They lead the Mustangs 14-3. Back in 1 minute on the EAB Sports Network.
For me, rice farming isn't a profession. It's been my life for more than 30 years. And as owner of Delaplane Seed, I've been the region's Rice Tech leader for more than a decade. Every planting season, I'm in the fields right along with you, and we're figuring out how to make sure bushels mean dollars together. From selecting your hybrid rice to free on-farm delivery and one-on-one consultation, I'd like to help your rice field see more profit this season. I'm Terry Gray at Delaplane Seed. Call me today at 870-249-3447. Let's talk about your best rice options.
When you bank at First Security, you're choosing better for yourself and fellow Arkansans. Better service from friendly professionals who really invest in your goals. Better solutions with convenient tools and smart resources. And better support for the things that matter to you, as well as the communities that matter to us all. Because finding your better at First Security makes Arkansas better too. First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
Swamp ends here at Cooksey Johns. As we begin the second quarter, Hurricane on top 14-3. Defense on the field for the Cane. Moving now from left to right are the Mustangs of Center Hill, Mississippi, winners of 1 of 3 this year. This time, Logan's going to keep it on the read option, and he reads it down to the 41-yard line, keeping it himself. Gain of 2 more. It'll be 3rd down and 6 for the Mustangs. Mustangs were shut out big by Collierville, Tennessee, losing 42-0. They won big over Memphis Kirby, 41-0, and then they lost a tight one to Clarksdale out of Tennessee, 20-19. So they come in here 1-2 on the year, coming off a 2-9 season. Third down and 6 for the Mustangs. Young under center. Going to throw it. Throws it out to the flat and is caught, but boy, diving right to the sticks was the receiver. The ball was a wobbler out there, was a little short, and then catching it and lunging forward. For the first down. Nigel Bell on the catch. 1st and 10 from the 47-yard line. Young again. Hands it off up the middle. This time not much there. And it comes out. Jonesboro's got the football. Just stripped it right out of his hands. And
ball stripped by number 25.
25 on the strip for Jonesboro. That's Marquise Stafford of the Stafford family. The youngest and last of the bunch until we get to the grandchildren. Takes the ball away and returns it about 14 yards to the 36-yard line of Center Hill. 1st and 10 Hurricane. Philip Tillman's going to stay on the wide side left. Grant Partels runs all the way across the field to the boundary of Center Hill. 2 receivers, 2 backs. H-back is left. That's Myrion Taylor, McCoy, and Pickett, the running backs, and Pickett's going to take the handoff. No, excuse me. Rott McCoy takes the handoff right up the gut to the 32. Going to be a gain of 4. 2nd and 6. Here comes Pickett off the field. Number 47 in the game for Jonesboro. Luis Tirana. McCoy's going to take the handoff. He's now right up the middle. Excuse me, it is Terrence Brown on the nifty fake. Went right up the middle and gets it all the way down to the 7-yard line of Center Hill. 1st and goal. About a 30-yard run for the quarterback who made a nice fake. Everybody was looking at Brock McCoy, and Brown just started skirting down the field. Brown this time hands it off to McCoy, trying to go wide, turns it up, and got to the 4.
Brock McCoy on the carry. Next is Center Hill defenders on the stop. To bring up 2nd down and goal. On the 4-yard line. Catch loss by within 5.
Got spotted at the 5, saying his knee dragged there. 2nd and goal from the 5. Brown in the gun. Little offset eye. Brown's going to keep it, looking for a little crease. Can't find much and gets what he can, a couple of yards down to the 3. Lance Henderson on the tackle from his linebacker spot up the middle. 3rd and goal from the 3. Brown showing some running ability and throwing the football nice tonight. Pickett, nope. Brown keeps it, looking for a receiver, can't find one, and he's going to be sacked back at the 8-yard line. And here comes the field goal unit. Cash Young will attempt his first field goal of his young career, the sophomore on the field. I'm sorry, Marcos Cisneros. He's a sophomore also, 6 foot 233, number 91, Marcos Cisneros. Going to attempt a 25-yarder. He got it through. What a kick. Cisneros from 25 yards, and Jonesboro adds to the lead to 17-3. This is Hurricane Football on the EAB Sports Network.
Emerson Ambulance Service for providing ambulance for Josh Baldwin.
Provide back a recent repair up to $1,000. Plus, we have financing available and lifetime replacement warranties on new systems. But hurry before the new government regulations take effect. Call More Air Conditioning today, a Google guaranteed company at 870-336-2023, or visit us at moreac.com.
You deserve more, don't settle for less.
Marcos Cisneros bangs through his first field goal attempt of his career at Jonesboro High School. The sophomore made it with a lot to spare, and Hurricane extend their lead to 17-3, and it will be Cisneros to kick it off. He's got some pop in that one. A high kick will be fielded at the 15-yard line. Then he slips short of the 25. Number 39 on the return. That's Jamarius Wright for the Mustangs. They'll put it in play first and 10. They're going to give him forward slide to the 25. 17-3 Jonesboro. Now midway through the second quarter. Heading to the Kavanaugh Auto Group halftime show. If you'd like to look at the complete inventory of Kavanaugh before we get to their halftime show, log on to CavanaughCars.com. Now comes the Jonesboro defense, really putting the wraps on Center Hill tonight. Thus far, pretty good night for the Cane. Haven't given up any explosive plays. Did one run. There's Logan on the keeper, and Fred Giles is going to go in and tackle him for the quarterback sack, or the tackle for a loss back at the 20-yard line. Fred Giles, a senior, picking up more and more interest from D1 schools, going to give forward progress to the 22. Second down and 13 for the Mustangs. Now from the far hash. Jaden Logan under center. Gonna throw it. Bringing it downfield, overthrows everybody. Will Fire, the only one that had a halfway chance of getting to it, and couldn't. It'll be third down and 12. Logan looks to have some arm strength, just not a lot of accuracy thus far, as Randy Coleman had told us in the pregame show. Going to split a man out to the right side. That's Will Lang. Another receiver in the slot, and a wide out to the left side. Ball on the left hash for quarterback Jaden Logan. He's working from the shotgun now. Rolls pocket rolling left. He throws it, and there's pass interference going to be called on Darius Dinwiddie. I think he had thoughts of getting an interception. Then when he realized he couldn't get the intercept, he kind of ran over the intended receiver, Ty Kane, and just about a half a second too quick. And that's going to give a first down to the Mustangs. Ball got there a little quicker than Dinwiddie thought. He really thought he had a chance to get a pick six on that one. And Center Hill goes to work 1st and 10 from the 37-yard line. From the left hash, 2 receivers to the short left side. Nelson takes the hand. Nope. Logan's going to keep it and get about a yard to the short side of the field. Will Thayer came up from his safety spot to make the tackle. Gain of a couple, 2nd and 8 for the Mustangs. 6:34 to go until halftime. 17-3 Hurricane lead. Looking for win number 1. Try to get them in a little more positive frame of mind going into the conference opener next week at Cabot. We have a timeout on the field. Hurricane up 17-3 on the EAB Sports Network.
We won't be beat. Plaza Tire Service is the low price leader on tires. And if you do manage to find a lower price on a comparable tire, we'll match it with our low price pledge. Stretch your dollars with outstanding deals from Plaza Tire Service on tires for your car, van, truck, crossover, SUV, and more. Plaza Tire Service has a huge selection of tires in stock and ready to install today. Plus, get 6 months deferred interest on purchases of $149 or more with your Plaza Tire Service card. For the best deal on tires, see Plaza Tire Service.
Bud Schropel back in Jonesboro at Cooksey Johns on the campus of the Academies of Jonesboro High School. Hurricane with 2 touchdown passes tonight from Terrence Brown to Philip Tillman and a 27-yard field goal from Marco Cisneros. 1 field goal from Center Hill's Carter Burton, and 17-3 Hurricane with the healthy lead. 2nd and 9 coming up for the Mustangs as they called the timeout. About a 2-1 advantage for Jonesboro on players on the sideline. As Jonesboro dresses out everybody at home. There's a flip back, a loose ball on the field, and I think the Hurricane came up with it. Pitch play to Cedric Nelson doesn't work out. And I believe it was Tony McKay that got it. No, Darius Dinwiddie on the fumble recovery. Darius Dinwiddie scoops up the loose football, and Jonesboro has it at the 24-yard line of Center Hill. They've tried that pitch play twice tonight, and both times they've resulted in a fumble and a recovery for Jonesboro. Here comes Terrence Brown of the Hurricane offense. Brown with a couple of long touchdown passes tonight. I mean, he gets back there and it looks like he just heaves it as far as he can, and it turns out to be perfect. This time he's going to throw it again across the middle, this time too long and incomplete, trying to get it on that seam route. Trying to get it to Tillman and just overthrew him. The ball had some zip on it, too. Make no mistake about it, Brown's a muscular young man. You see him in a basketball uniform. He'll be a point guard this year for West Swift's Hurricane hoop team. He's got some guns on him. He operates from the shotgun, 2nd and 10. He's going to throw it again across the right side and too low and incomplete. Again, now this time going for Brock McCoy. McCoy lined up as a receiver with Pickett the back. He goes out to the right side with Taylor and Grant Bartels. Philip Tillman split out to the left side, ball almost in the middle of the field. Dinwiddie takes a handoff and gets it to the 20 before he's popped and dropped after a 4-yard gain. Fourth down and 6 for the Cane. And this would be a big plus for this Mustang defense if they could stop the Hurricane for a 3-and-out on a very short field. Brown in the shotgun, 3 receivers to the left side this time. Brown looking that way. Going to step up and throw it in the end zone. Wide open, touchdown. And it was the tight end, Marion Taylor, with his first catch, and his first catch is a touchdown. Marion Taylor. Jonesboro up 23-3. Marcos Cisneros puts his right foot in it and through the uprights, and the Hurricane on top of the Mustangs. 24-3 back in 30 seconds on the EAB Sports Network.
Really invest in your goals. Better solutions with convenient tools and smart resources. And better support for the things that matter to you, as well as the communities that matter to us all. Because finding your better at First Security makes Arkansas better too. First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
Back on here at Cooksey Johns. Jonesboro on top 24-3 after the 21-yard touchdown pass. And first pass intended for Marion Taylor. He gets it in, and he gets it for a score. Cisneros will kick it out of bounds. Oh, we got a flag before that. And I'm going to try my best from this point forward to refer to Philip Tillman II as Philip Tillman II. Well, or I'll just start calling him Deuce. How about that? People in Tillman's family may not like that either. Cash Young to kick it for the Cane. Goes back 5 yards after the offside penalty. Young, big foot into it. A line drive is going to go out of bounds at the 23. Little twister. So the Mustangs will get it at the 35-yard line, trailing 24-3. Next week, first conference game for the Hurricane. We'll have it for you right here on the EAB Sports Network. Jonesboro travels to Cabot, take on the Panthers. Broadcast time will begin at 6 with the Americans Carmart Hooten's football report. They're going to make them kick it again. They'll go back to the 30 this time. 6:30, our on-site pregame. 7 o'clock the kickoff. The Cabot Panthers, the Golden Hurricane of Jonesboro in Game 1 in the 7A Central. Then in 2 weeks, return right here to take on Mighty Bryant, who have not lost to an in-state opponent in a long, long time. Cash Young again is going to kick it out of bounds. Boy, it rolls right down the sideline and finally took a turn left. Are they going to make him re-kick it? I think they may. Yep, they're going to make him kick it again from the 25. I'm not sure that Cash Young is intentionally kicking it out of bounds. Now they're going to put Cisneros out there to kick it off. He tells Cash Young as he goes by him, hey, thanks for moving me back to the 25. I appreciate it. Cisneros. Butchered his name first time I said it, but I love it. Marcos Cisneros, a sophomore. First field goal tonight for Jonesboro. All kicking duties and punting duties having to take other players tonight. Will Barnett not here. Hope he gets better quick. Cisneros going to pop this one up. This will be returned by number 41 from the 37-yard line. Gets to the 40, backtracks, now back out to the 41, and he's getting tackled there. Rylan Jones first to get him. And it was Wyatt Lowe on the return. Block in the back. Jordan Hicks on the tackle. Have 2 13s on the team. Got to get used to that. We've got over 100 players on this team. It's going to be duplicate numbers. Ryland is a backup quarterback, and I doubt very seriously Randy Coleman has him playing special teams. So the block in the back is going to put by Center Hill is going to put the ball back at the 32-yard line where the Mustangs will go to work 1st and 10. Their offense has not been able to get much going tonight, if anything. They had one big play this evening that ended up resulting in a 25-yard field goal from Carter Burton. Other than that, there's been not a lot going on for the Mustangs. Pitch back to the slot back. Jay Jones, and he's going to get 3 up to the 25. Now they're going to give him 4 to the 36. 2nd and 6 for the Stangs. This time they're out on the left hash. Jones goes in motion again. They run it right up the gut with Cedric Nelson, the running back, and he gets it close to the marker. Going to be about a yard shy at the 42. Has to get to the 43. Fred Giles on the stop. 2nd and 1. Or is that 3rd and 1? It's 3rd and 1. 3rd down and 1 for the Mustangs. Jones goes in motion again. They give it to Nelson up the middle. This time he's going to hit it for the first down. Got a couple of yards out to the 44. Move the chains. For the Mustangs, very few first downs tonight for Center Hill. DeQuincy Wilkins in for Jamarion Palmore. Logan's going to throw it. He's under pressure. Now he's going to have to tuck it and run. Runs out of real estate on the left side, going out of bounds. Short of midfield. About a yard and a half, 2-yard gain. 2nd and 7. Or 6. Staying on that left hash. 3:29 to go until halftime. We'll give you scores from around the state. A lot of Northeast Arkansas action not happening tonight. Here's Jaden Logan. The flag comes out. He completes a pass out to Dylan Garner, but the play is blown dead. Procedure penalty against Center Hill. Be 2nd down and 11 now from the 42-yard line of the Mustangs. I got to tell you, folks, I love these black uniforms much better than the road whites with the gold numbers. I can actually see who I'm calling tonight instead of guessing. And still, Aaron Lowe over there applauding. Well, he wasn't any much help at all when he was trying to spot either. Jaden Logan can't throw a pass. Now he's got some room to run. Has a first down and more. Running out of bounds. There's going to be a late hit out of bounds. They're going to add more to it. Tackled well after he went out. Jonathan Brownlee brought him down and way beyond the out of bounds. $20 on the gain, add 15 more to it on the personal foul penalty. Moves it down to the 24-yard line of Jonesboro. 1st and 10 Mustangs. All right, I've also been given another option for Philip Tillman II. Phil Till.
What is Will's name? Phil Till.
Phil Till. We got a timeout of the field. Jonesboro up 24-3 on the EAB Sports Network.
Don't let your credit stop you from getting your next vehicle. Drive your deal to the max at a dealer financing you. Automax of Jonesboro. Hi folks, Craig Stone here. If you need to upgrade your ride, don't worry about your past. Come to Automax. At Automax, we have financing to fit your budget with affordable monthly payments and low down payments. Give us a call at 870-934-9200 or speed up your approval by applying online at automaxjonesboro.com. And hey, we buy cars too, even if you don't buy ours. So if you're looking to buy new, give us a chance to buy yours and ensure you get the most out of your trade-in. Automax, financing you.
You're listening to Jonesboro High School football on KNEA, K237FI 95.3, and K245CW 96.9 Jonesboro, and KBRI Clarendon, the Ticket Radio Network.
Jaden Logan on the quarterback keeper. Gets tackled by Will Thayer at the 19-yard line, setting up 3rd down and 5 for the Center Hill Mustangs. Bud Schroepel back with you at Cooksey Johns Field here at the Academies of Jonesboro High School. Hurricane on top of the Center Hill, Mississippi Olive Branch Mustangs. 3 receivers for the Mustangs. There's a pitch back to Jay Jones trying to get wide, and I'm not sure whether he's going to get. No, he's not going to get the first down. They're going to say was stopped at the 15. It'll be 4th and less than a half a yard for the Stangs. Phil Till, says Wes Swift. Call him that. I am not going to challenge the basketball coach unless Philip Tillman calls me and says, don't call him Phil Till. Check the phone over there, my guys, please. 3rd and one for the Stangs. They're going to pitch it back to J.D. Washington, who is smacked, but he got enough for the first down. Ball came out. They're going to whistle him down at the 14, at the 12, where the first hit came. Move the chains, 1st down, Center Hill. I mean, a big-time hit in the middle. Popped J.D. Washington back about 3 yards before he gathered himself and then coughed up the football. 1st and 10 from the 12. Logan to throw it again, finds a man in the corner, hits him at the 5. He tries to backtrack and brought down by Dinwiddie. And they're going to give him where he went back to the 9-yard line, a gain of 3, 2nd and 7. Hand it up the middle to, keeping it is Jaden Logan. And he gets it in the end zone for the score. So Center Hill with their first touchdown of the night. A 9-yard run by quarterback Jaden Logan, cutting the deficit to 24-9. Now on for the point after is Carter Burton. Again, do not have classification or sizes. It's a big guy kicking it. The big guy kicks it and gets it through. No, he missed it left. So it stays 24-9 on the EAB Sports Network.
Now you can enjoy the great taste of Japan in downtown Jonesboro. Bamboo Japanese Cuisine has all your favorites from steak and chicken to seafood and sushi. Bamboo also has house poke bowls, or you can build your own bowl. Bamboo Japanese Cuisine with hibachi, sushi, and seafood is open Monday through Saturday for lunch and dinner, and discounts are available for students. So stop by and dine in with us, or log on to BambooJapaneseCuisine.com and like them on Facebook. Bamboo Japanese Cuisine on the corner of Main and Huntington in downtown Jonesboro.
Well, there was a flag on Jonesboro right before we went to the break, so they're going to re-kick it, move it up to the 1 yard line now. Extra point will be from 18. Burton missed it, yanked it left, but the penalty against the Canes, so a retry it here. This one goes straight through. Carter Burton on the point after. It's Jonesboro on top of the Mustangs of Center Hill, Mississippi, 24-10 on the EAB Sports Network.
Hello, I'm estate planning and elder law attorney Chad Oldham. More and more often today, I hear clients tell me that the only thing golden about the golden years is that it takes all the gold to grow old. Don't be a victim of rising healthcare and nursing home costs. Be prepared. Have a plan. Contact us today to find out how we help our clients protect and preserve assets for family and future generations. The Oldham Law Firm, 603 Southwest Drive in Jonesboro, or visit us on the web at oldham.com.
Invite you to join the drive every Tuesday at 5 o'clock as Cade Carlton announces the Moore Air Conditioning Offensive Lineman of the Week. Moore Air Conditioning honoring the guys that play in the trenches every week, and they want to have them more recognizable. So the Moore Air Conditioning Offensive Lineman on the Week, Tuesdays at 5 on the drive on the Ticket Radio Network here on the EAB Sports Network. Center Hill with a 9-yard touchdown run. Jaden Young, the quarterback, kept it. Gets the first score of the night from the offensive standpoint. Make it 24-10. Now Burton will kick it from the 40 to Philip Tillman and Tony McKay. This time he's going to kick it away, and it's going to chase Tillman all the way back to the 1. To the 20. Has a lane. 25, 30, 50. 49-yard line of Center Hill. Number 12 made the tackle. That was Josh Franklin. That's a 50-yard return for Philip Tillman. Boy, is he exciting. The second, Philip Tillman the second. I'm sure Philip Tillman is pretty exciting too, but tonight we're worried about Philip Tillman the second. He splits out to the short left side, twins out to the right. Terrence Brown, the quarterback. Going to throw it. Finds Tillman, the second, coming across the middle with the catch. Now looking for the marker and gets to the 42. Nate Taylor on the tackle for Center Hill. 2nd and 3. They quickly get to the line with twins to either side. Now McCoy moves up to the slot left side. Brown's going to run it and get the first down as he goes out of bounds just beyond the marker at the 38. Move to change, 1st and 10 for the Hurricane. Trying to get the touchdown back that they just gave up. It's 24-10 Jonesboro. 24 seconds remaining in the first half. Kavanaugh Auto Group halftime show coming your way. We'll give you scores from around the state. There's the screen pass out of the backfield to Chris Stacy. We'll call it a long 5 for Stacy. Chris becoming more and more an offensive weapon for the Hurricane. Coming out late from basketball, deciding I'm going to give this football thing a try too. Athletes all over the field for Jonesboro. There's the snap, and then quickly a flag comes out, another penalty on the Cane. So it'll be 2nd and 10 back from the 38-yard line of Jonesboro. With 17 seconds to go. Going to take a shot at the end zone, I'm sure. Stacy Tillman, Taylor split to the left side. One short right, I think that's Bartels. Throwing it to McCoy out of the backfield. He got maybe a yard. Leaves 12 seconds on the clock as he ran out of bounds. And no gain. 3rd and 10 from the 38. Now you're going to have to take a shot at the end zone, I believe. Got to get some blocking up front. 5 receiver set. To Brown. Way over the head of McCoy, out of bounds. Stops the clock with 10 seconds to go. Well, this is where you just drop back as far as you can and throw it as far as you can and hope somebody runs underneath it. Will Thayer's going to come out. He's going to take over the quarterback. This just shows you it's going to be a long heave. No, Brown's going to stay in the game. Thayer's going to go to a receiver. So Brown goes in shotgun. Bartels comes off the field. 3 receivers triangled on the right side. Brown ready to throw, loads it up and lets her fly. To the end zone, intercepted.
Pass is intercepted in the end zone.
And they leave 1 second on the clock.
Center Hill take over 1st and 10 and 20.
Couldn't catch who made the pick. That's the second turnover on Jonesboro tonight. 1 fumble, 1 intercept. He threw it as far as he could, and there were a lot of jerseys, both dark and light, out there, and it wound up in the light jersey. So now Center Hill will come out with 1 more play before we get to the Kavanaugh Auto Group halftime show. Jaden Logan. I think he's just going to take a knee. They're moving the running back deep just to do the knee, and they take the knee, and we go to halftime. Jonesboro with 4 touchdowns in the first half, 3 of them on tosses. They lead Center Hill 24-10 at the break. Back in 3 minutes. You're listening to Jonesboro High School football on the EAB Sports Network.
Whether you're replacing an old appliance or remodeling your whole kitchen, the appliances you need are right around the corner with GE Appliances at Tucker's Appliance Superstore in Jonesboro. Shop timeless designs and time-saving features on the appliances that are built to last in the busiest homes. Visit Tucker's Appliance today and upgrade your home your way with GE Appliances and your local experts. Shop Tucker's Appliance today and save.
Tucker's Appliance.
Demo's Smokehouse Barbecue on Johnson at Hilltop and on Main Street across from Jonesboro High School. Now, I'm from Memphis and I know barbecue, but there are people from Memphis that travel to Jonesboro to sample, taste, and enjoy Demo's Barbecue. No kidding, they come from Memphis, so no need to go anywhere else. Right here, the best barbecue is at Demo's. Any of the ribs, any of the plates, you can enjoy it all at Demo's Smokehouse Barbecue. My mouth is watering.
Ship anything, anywhere at your #1 shipping source, Pack Mail in Jonesboro. Bring anything to Pack Mail, and they'll pack it, ship it, crate it, freight it, no matter how big, fragile, or awkwardly shaped. Since 1998, Pack Mail has been your #1 shipping source, the only authorized shipper of all the major carriers, UPS, FedEx, DHL.
ladies and gentlemen, the Jonesboro High School cheerleaders. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field for your halftime entertainment, the Jonesboro High School dance team. All of you Jonesboro Public Schools Spirit teams are under the direction of Spirit Coordinator Caroline Crawford. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. For your halftime entertainment, we proudly present the 2022 Jonesboro Band. The band is under the direction of Brian Hardison, Trent Warner, Ben White, Seth Jensen, Caitlin Roll, and a state intern, Blake Rue. Our field commander this year is Caitlin Foley. Tonight, we perform the first 2 minutes of our 2022 production, The Brush, featuring the music of AJR. Drum major, is your band ready? Here is your Jonesboro Band.
Become one. And here is our song.
Ladies and gentlemen, come on
hurry before the new government regulations take effect. Call More Air Conditioning today, a Google guaranteed company, at 870-336-2023, or visit us at moreac.com.
You deserve more, don't settle for less.
We won't be beat. Plaza Tire Service is the low price leader on tires. And if you do manage to find a lower price on a comparable tire, we'll match it with our low price pledge. Stretch your dollars with outstanding deals from Plaza Tire Service on tires for your car, van, truck, crossover, SUV, and more. Plaza Tire Service has a huge selection of tires in stock and ready to install today. Plus, get 6 months deferred interest on purchases of $149 or more with your Plaza Tire Service card. For the best deal on tires, see Plaza Tire Service.
When you bank at First Security, you're choosing better for yourself and fellow Arkansans. Better service from friendly professionals who really invest in your goals. Better solutions with convenient tools and smart resources. And better support for the things that matter to you, as well as the communities that matter to us all. Because finding your better at First Security makes Arkansas better too. First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
Back here in Jonesboro at Cooksey Johns Field at halftime, the Hurricane leading the Mustangs of Center Hill, Mississippi, 24-10. One of several games this Friday night with out-of-state competition. Springdale Harbor is actually in Oklahoma taking on the Mustangs, and they trailed the Mustangs 20-7 at half. Cabot is on the road at Ruston, Louisiana, and they lead at Ruston 14-7 at half. Bentonville on the road at Kansas City taking on Rockhurst. They lead that team 13-7 in the third quarter. And Conway at home tonight, they're taking on Ouachita out of Louisiana. They lead at 14-7 over Ouachita in the second quarter. At halftime, tied at 13, Little Rock Parkview and North Little Rock at North Little Rock. Down in El Dorado, Greene County playing another 6A East opponent. This time it's the Panthers in El Dorado. That long drive for Greene County. I hope they had a charter bus. They trail El Dorado 14-0 at halftime. Little Rock Catholic leading Benton 17-7. Little Rock Catholic folks are for real. They are a strong team in the 6A after spending the last few years in 7A. They lead Benton at Little Rock Catholic 17-7 at the half. Marion leading Jacksonville, but not as much as you might think. The Patriots with the 21-12 lead at home tonight against Jacksonville, the Titans, at halftime. West Memphis and Sheridan, down in Sheridan, tied at 14. Everybody said Sheridan's a lot better. They must be. They're tied with the Blue Devils 14-14 at half. Little Rock Christian having no trouble with Russellville tonight at halftime, 28-0 leading it. And El Dorado, the team Jonesboro played 2 weeks ago up in Mountain Home, they lead the Bombers, but only by one, 7-6 at halftime. Greenwood shutting out Siloam Springs at halftime, 54-0. Not a misprint at halftime. Greenwood over Siloam Springs, 54. That's 5-4 to nothing. In the first quarter, no score. Greenbrier and Van Buren that goes on the board. They lead Greenbrier 6-0. At halftime, Robinson leading Marlton 49-7. At halftime, Bologna leading Pine Bluff 20-6. That's at Pine Bluff. At halftime, BB leading Whitehall at Whitehall 7-0. At halftime, Forest City tied with Stuttgart 14-all in the non-conference game. That is at half, and Magnolia leading Wynn coming off a 72-44 win against Fort Smith Southside. They're being shut out by Magnolia at half, 13-0. Another game with an out-of-state opponent, Prairie Grove at home tonight with Metro Christian out of Oklahoma. Metro Christian leading at 27-14. Shallow Christian leading Lincoln Christian out of Oklahoma, 28-21. That's at Siloam Springs at halftime. Pea Ridge trailing Gentry 21-14 in the second quarter. Jonesboro Westside, the only other Craighead County team playing tonight, tied at Hebert Springs 7-all. Blytheville shutting out Riverview 28-0 in the second quarter. It's Manila And Harrisburg playing down the road at Harrisburg. Kane White's Manila Lions leading at 6-3 in the fourth quarter. At halftime, Haskell Harmony Grove leading Central Arkansas Christian 21-14. Mena playing Pacola out of Oklahoma leading at 20-14. That's down at Mena. Crossett and Hamburg tied 0-0 at half. It's DeWitt leading West Helena 19-8 at halftime. McGee over Monticello at half 14-7. Harding Academy leading Boonville at halftime at Boonville 24-7. Nashville leading Charleston 21-12 at halftime. Truman trailing Newport down in Newport 16-8. The old home of Bill Keady, the late great Bill Keady. I always think of coaching football season. Newport, his old school, leading at Truman 16-8 at halftime. It is McCroy trailing Hazen 22-6. In the second quarter, no report from Sylvan Hills Searcy. They're showing no report Jonesboro Center Hill. We've got it for you 24-10 here at halftime. Center Hill will get the kick in the second half. And that's all the scores we have to report. Hey, don't forget at the conclusion of this game, keep it right here on 95.3, 96.9, and AM 970 for the Kavanaugh Auto Group Scoreboard Show with Will Loswell, giving you scores and highlights from games all across the state and in Northeast Arkansas, interviews with broadcasters, coaches. Good show right here on the Ticket, 95.3, 96.9, AM 970. Will Loswell with the Kavanaugh Auto Group Friday Night Lights Scoreboard Show. Here in Jonesboro, with about 3 minutes to go before we start the third quarter, Hurricane on top 24-10. We'll take a 3-minute break as you're listening to Hurricane Football on the EAB Sports Network.
Don't let your credit stop you from getting your next vehicle. Drive your deal to the max at a dealer financing you, Automax of Jonesboro. Hi folks, Craig Stone here. If you need to upgrade your ride, don't worry about your past. Come to Automax. At Automax, we have financing to fit your budget with affordable monthly payments and low down payments. Give us a call at 870-934-9200 or speed up your approval by applying online at automaxjonesboro.com. And hey, we buy cars too, even if you don't buy ours. So if you're looking to buy new, give us a chance to buy yours and ensure you get the most out of your trade-in. Automax, financing you.
Hello, I'm estate planning and elder law attorney Chad Oldham. More and more often today, I hear clients tell me that the only thing golden about the golden years is that it takes all the gold to grow old. Don't be a victim of rising healthcare and nursing home costs. Be prepared. Have a plan. Contact us today to find out how we help our clients protect and preserve assets for family and future generations. The Oldham Law Firm, 603 Southwest Drive in Jonesboro, or visit us on the web at oldhamlawfirm.com.
Whether you're replacing an old appliance or remodeling your whole kitchen, the appliances you need are right around the corner. With GE Appliances at Tucker's Appliance Superstore in Jonesboro. Shop timeless designs and time-saving features on the appliances that are built to last in the busiest homes. Visit Tucker's Appliance today and upgrade your home your way with GE Appliances and your local experts. Shop Tucker's Appliance today and save. Tucker's Appliance. Whether you're replacing an old appliance or remodeling your whole kitchen, the appliances you need are right around the corner. With GE Appliances at Tucker's Appliance Superstore in Jonesboro. Shop timeless designs and time-saving features on the appliances that are built to last in the busiest homes. Visit Tucker's Appliance today and upgrade your home your way with GE Appliances and your local experts. Shop Tucker's Appliance today and save. Tucker's Appliance.
Demo's Smokehouse Barbecue on Johnson at Hilltop and on Main Street across from Jonesboro High School. Now, I'm from Memphis and I know barbecue, but there are people from Memphis that travel to Jonesboro to sample, taste, and enjoy Demo's Barbecue. No kidding, they come from Memphis, so no need to go anywhere else. Right here, the best barbecue is at Demo's. Any of the ribs, any of the plates, you can enjoy it all at Demo's Smokehouse Barbecue. My mouth is watering.
Tired of slow internet internet? Feel like you're stuck in the old days? It's time to catch up with Empower, delivered by Craighead Electric. Thanks to Empower, you don't have to wait for high-speed internet. Our new cutting-edge technology makes our services more reliable and faster than the competition. Call 870-336-0999 to check internet availability in your area. That's 870-336-0999. Empower, high-speed internet for your neck of the woods. At Central Collision Center, we provide... Give us a call today to schedule your free estimate.
Hey, bud, you got
Central
us?
Collision Center. Professional, convenient, reliable. Behind Central Chevrolet on Stadium and online at centralcollisionctr.com.
We're back at Cooksey Johns. Second half beginning. Jonesboro on top, 24-10. There's a kick to the 10-yard line. And drags a couple of tacklers out to the 25, where Center Hill will go to work, 1st and 10. I did a long-distance shout-out, but I forgot to unmute my mic, so I want to do it one more time to Carl and Celine Tugley, listening and watching in Crandon, Wisconsin. Long-distance shout-out. Carl and Celine Tugley. Good sign is they're listening. Bad sign is that they have to put up with Aaron Lowe. That's their in-laws, his in-laws. So once again, thank you for watching at JHS The Warning and enjoying this Hurricane lead of 24-10. I might figure this broadcasting thing out one of these days and realize you have to unmute your mic. Now here's a handoff to Cedric Nelson. He can't get away from Caleb Smith, who makes the tackle for no gain. A helmet comes flying out to the 43-yard line. It was taken off the head of number 55 for Center Hill. That's Anthony King. So no gain, 2nd and 10. King has to leave for one play. When the helmet comes off, you go off. And they just realized on the south line that King came off the field. So send his replacement in. It's number 63, Coleman Clark. And now a whistle. Probably going to be a delay penalty against Center Hill. Nope. Have to call a timeout before they get the penalty. So we've got an early timeout of the game. Jonesboro on top of Center Hill 24-10 on the EAB Sports Network.
Need a mailbox? Mailboxes at the Safe Ship store in Jonesboro offer you the convenience of receiving mail and packages at one location with 24-hour access. Rent now from Safe Ship for 6 months, get the 7th month free. Rent for 12 months, get the 13th and 14th months free. Owner David Leonard wants to help you with all your postal printing and shipping needs. For the best customer service, quality, and prices, visit the Safe Ship store. 2500 Alexander Drive, Suite C in Jonesboro, just down from Wings to Go. 870-333-5068.
Back at Cooksey Johns, Jonesboro on top of Center Hill 24-10. Had a player helmet fly off. He had to leave the game, and nobody on the sideline for Center Hill knew he was coming off the field. So had the player run on late, and they had to call timeout to keep from getting a 5-yard penalty. It'll be 2nd and 10 when we resume play from the 25-yard line of Center Hill, Mississippi. Coleman Clark back out there for King, who left with the helmet coming off his head. Shaden Logan under center. Going to keep it. That was well read by the Jonesboro defense. Could not get it out on the side. And a flag comes out. Maybe some jawing going on down there, and I think they're going to whistle it on number 20 for Center Hill. That's
Philip Tillman says thanks.
Now, they didn't throw a flag. They're just saying they just threw the bag out there for where forward progress was stopped. They got about a half a yard, 3rd, and we'll call it a long 9.5. Logan throwing it out, caught, and flag comes out. That's going to be a helmet to helmet. Should be anyway. You could hear it up here. Another flag comes out, and we're going to have Will Thayer. It looks like they were pointing at Will. So 2 flags on the play. Let's sort this out. Only got out to the 30-yard line. The catch was made by J.D. Washington. Fred Giles talking to the sideline at Jonesboro. The officials are all getting together to sort this thing out. They're still conferring, still talking. You can see all of this action at JHS The Warning on YouTube. They're still sorting it out. Taz Clark over talking with Randy Coleman. All right, here comes the call. Two fouls on Jonesboro, head-to-head contact and unsportsmanlike conduct against Jonesboro will march it all the way in Hurricane territory to the 40-yard line. So a nice shot in the arm for the Mustangs. Instead of 3rd and 10, it's 1st and 10 instead of on the 30-yard line of Center Hill, they are 10, 20, 30 yards down the field at the Hurricane 40, 1st and 10. Jaden Logan under center. Jonesboro defense better dig in. See Tyler Garr down there having a fit on the sideline, walking up and down the field, and we have a timeout. Center Hill calls a timeout with 10-12 to go in the third quarter, down 24-10 on the EAB Sports Network.
Now you can enjoy the great taste of Japan in downtown Jonesboro. Bamboo Japanese Cuisine has all your favorites from steak and chicken to seafood and sushi. Bamboo also has house poke bowls, or you can build your own bowl. Bamboo Japanese Cuisine with hibachi, sushi, and seafood is open Monday through Saturday for lunch and dinner, and discounts are available for students. So stop by and dine in with us, or log on to BambooJapaneseCuisine.com and like them on Facebook. Bamboo Japanese Cuisine on the corner of Main and Huntington in downtown Jonesboro.
Bud Schropel back at our NEA broadcast position. Press box about the 47-yard line on the Hurricane side of the field this half. And the Hurricane leading Center Hill 24-10 after a 30-yard couple of penalties on Jonesboro. Center Hill called a timeout to talk about it. And now they come to operate in Jonesboro territory, 1st and 10. Randy Coleman out talking with the officials, just making sure he gets a clear understanding of what happened. What happened, the second penalty came after the first penalty was already thrown. This was a dead ball penalty against Jonesboro for the unsportsmanlike conduct. So, here we go. Finally, 1st and 10 for Jaden Logan. Hand it off to Nelson up the middle. He has a seam, and no, excuse me, that is not Nelson. That's the big man, number 80. I have no idea size or height. Only got about 8 on the carry. And Will Thayer out there getting a little chippy. Number 80 is Lawrence Autry, running in a fullback spot. He's a load, too. 2nd and 4. Washington goes in contact, give it to Utley again, and he bounces outside to get 4 of the 5 needed. It'll be 3rd and short for the Mustangs. Travis Neal on the tackle for the Cane. 3rd and 1 for the Mustangs of Center Hill, probably in 4-down territory. Here come the Mustangs to the line. Jaden Logan, the quarterback, just inside the right hash. Sends a man in motion, gives it to Utley again. 1st down and a lot more. He crosses the 25, getting near the 20-yard line before he's finally wrestled down. And they'll move the chains again. Utley, fresh legs and big body with 3 consecutive positive runs for these Mustangs. They had the 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line of Jonesboro, trying to close this gap. Make it a 1-score game with the touchdown. Logan under center. Gives it again to Utley. He weaves left, gets a gain, short as it is, a gain nonetheless. About 3, maybe even 4 yards. We'll call it 3, 2nd and 7. Logan again. Utley again. They're running him to death, and he's going to run it in the end zone for the touchdown. That's an 18-yard touchdown run, and Center Hill within a score. 4 consecutive runs for Lawrence Autry. And a PAT from being down 7. Now they're going to go for the PAT. Garrett Burton to place it at the 10-yard line. And the point after is good. 24-17. The lead is down to 7 for the Hurricane on the EAB Sports Network.
Believes that community is everything. Our promise to stand by our customers is important in the good times, but even more important in the hard times too. As economic recovery begins, we want you to know that we are here for you. We will keep loaning money, financing homes, helping small business, and supporting this community. Banking local is more important than ever. We invite you to make the switch to First Community Bank, your local community bank.
First Community Bank, where community comes first. Member FDIC. Offer of credit subject to credit approval.
Randy Coleman out having a conversation with the Whitecap. He's not happy about the last few minutes. This thing turned around. Instead of being 3rd and 10, a couple of penalties against Jonesboro, a helmet-to-helmet contact, and then a unsportsmanlike conduct after the play, marched it 30 yards down the 40-yard line, and then they brought in Lawrence Autry, number 80. I would imagine, again, no sizes or heights, go about 230, 240, and has some pretty good wheels to him, too, and he ran the ball 4 straight times. Finally, from 18 yards out, and scores the touchdown for the Mustangs to get them within 7. Now both teams line up on the wrong ends of the field. 8:02 to go, third quarter. We got a new ball game. 24-7, Jonesboro with the lead. They need to score a touchdown pretty quick here to regain the momentum. Randy Coleman again chirping with the Whitecap. He's just not happy with something that just happened on the field. He's got his headset off and still talking to the line judge. He's not through with his conversation yet. Carter Burton will tee it at the 40 for the Mustangs of Center Hill, Mississippi. Located in Olive Branch, a 6A school, the smallest 6A school in the state of Mississippi, the largest classification through this year. Then next year they go to 7 classifications, and Center Hill will stay in the 6A. But this year, much like Jonesboro, the biggest school, smallest of the bigger schools in the state of Mississippi, as Jonesboro is in the state of Arkansas, and Randy Coleman still in conversations with the line judge. And the other 2 officials on the other side of the field talking with Alan Peacock, the 12th-year head coach of the Center Hill Mustangs. Randy Coleman walking away, just kind of throws his hand out like, I'm not buying what you told me. He puts his headset back on, but he is very disgusted and very not happy. And now the other 2 officials still talking with Alan Peacock on the other side of the field. He has nothing to be upset about at all. He just got a 30-yard penalty and now nice touchdown drive. No explosive plays in that. Really, just a good, consistent drive, aided, though, by the explosive 30-yard penalty on Jonesboro. Now here come the Mustangs to kick it. Philip Tillman the second. Phil Till. We'll see it go in the end zone. A little adrenaline going through the leg of Carter Burton, and Jonesboro will get it at the 20-yard line. Philip Tillman the second, unable to return that one. So they have it 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line, up 24-17, but you can just feel the difference in the stadium right now. Grant Bartels is going to stay on the right side along with Tillman, the second. Chris Stacy trots off the field. Brock McCoy, Markevius Pickett, the running backs. Pickett's going to go in receiver formation on the right side. Nobody on the left. Brock McCoy in the backfield with Terrence Brown, the quarterback. Now Taylor comes to the H-back right. Now lines up as a tight end to block for McCoy. Trying to get outside. Has all kinds of white shirts in front of him and loses yardage. Back to the 17-yard line. Ran out of real estate. No blocking in front of him. And things have just kind of gone flat for the Hurricane. Two backs now for Brown. Hands it to Pickett, who turns backwards and backs his way out to the 24-yard line. That's going to be a 7-yard gain after the 3-yard loss. Third and call it a long 6 for Jonesboro. Bartels comes off the field. Tillman's the second, stays in formation right side. Maddox Morrison splits out wide left. H-back is left. Going to give it to McCoy up the middle. First down and more. Hold on that football, Brock. He spins out of a tackle and crosses midfield to the 47-yard line. Brock McCoy with a tremendous run. Finally tackled by number 33, Barrett Dempsey. But that was a gain of close to 30 yards for Brock McCoy. First down, Jonesboro at the 47-yard line of Center Hill. Brown's going to keep it right up the middle, and he runs to the 40, crosses to the 39. Gain of 8. Dempsey again on the tackle for Center Hill. Maddox Morrison off the field. Grant Bartell splits out wide left. Philip Tillman the second. Split short right. Two backs on either side of Brown. They're going to give it to Pickett. Lost a yard. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be third down and 4 for the Cane from the 40. Not a lot of running room tonight for Markevius Pickett. Here through 2.5 quarters, 6 minutes to go here in the third. Jonesboro hanging on to a 24-14 lead. McCoy to one side. Pickett to the left. Now McCoy goes in the slot left side. 3 receivers set. Flags come out. That's going to be a procedure penalty against Jonesboro. Cost them 5 more yards. Had about 4 or 5 of those tonight. Now third and 8. And it's just eerily quiet right now on the Jonesboro sideline and the stands. Must feel like a heavyweight boxer after he takes a gut punch. Just kind of unable to move or make any kind of noise at all. Taylor, split widest left. Tillman the second in short right near the hash, and there's going to be another offside penalty against Jonesboro. Move too quick. Goes from 3rd and 2 to 3rd and 8. Now 3rd and 13. Back at midfield. McCoy, Taylor left, Tillman the second, short right. Brown's going to throw under pressure, has to roll right, throws it underneath, completes it to McCoy, Pickett. He only gets a couple more yards back to the original line of scrimmage. It's 4th and 10. Let's see if Jonesboro sends the punt team out. Here comes Will. No, he's not. Yeah, here he comes, Will Pyre. He's the backup quarterback, so he can still throw it if he or somebody sees fit to call the fake. Couldn't draw him offside, so now he'll step back. He's going to stay in tight. Only about 7 yards back. Comes the snap. Going to fake the handoff there. Rolling left, throws it downfield and incomplete. And Center Hill gets it at the 48-yard line on the Mustangs. Power comes up limping. Well, trot off the field under his own power, but he's obviously shaken up. They lose a yard on the transition. Center Hill has it 1st and 10 from their 47-yard line. I swear the ball was on the 48, but they lost a yard. Nonetheless, they had the football and a chance to tie this game. So what was Jonesboro's momentum in the first half clearly has switched over to the Center Hill side here in the second. Logan under center. Sends J.D. Washington in motion. Give it to Nelson, and he's going to weave across midfield to the 48 of Jonesboro. About a 5-yard gain. 2nd and 5. Give him a 4-yard gain, or 6-yard gain. 2nd and 4. Well, Center Hill having no trouble moving the football now. This defense may be getting a little tired for Jonesboro. Again, J.D. Washington in motion. Give it to Nelson up the middle, and he still on his feet as he crosses the 40 to the 39. Move the chains. First down, Center Hill, clearly with momentum. And the few fans in the stands are making some noise, in the sideline making some noise. The helmet of Tony McKay comes off. He'll have to trot off the field, and he'll be replaced by Bryson Garner comes out. Excuse me, that was Fred Giles who lost his hat. Fred Giles lost his hat and has to come off for one play. Logan under center. Gives it again to Nelson. Up the middle, just sidesteps his way down the line. Finally whistled dead at the 36-yard line, close to the 35. It's going to be a gain of 5. 2nd and 5 for the Mustangs. Jonathan Milton on the tackle for Jonesboro. Center Hill with some pep in their step now. Washington in motion. Give it again to Nelson. He's finally pancake tackled.
Number 52.
Bryson, or excuse me, Jonathan Milton on the pancake tackle. I believe it actually was DeQuincy Wilkins on the tackle. 3-yard gain, 3rd and 2, coming up for Center Hill from the 32-yard line of Jonesboro. Tighten up defense. Quarterback keeper. And I think he was stopped just shy, about a yard shy of the yard to gain. 4th and 1.
And 1.
No doubt 4-down territory for the Mustangs. 31-yard line, 4th down and a yard to go. From the right, just inside the right hash, they come to the line. One back, that's Cedric Nelson behind Jaden Logan. Give it to Nelson. He gets the first down. Rolled up at the 28-yard line. Move the chains. First down, Center Hill. .58 for Center Hill out there pushing his own players around. That's Dylan Garrett. He came out pushing a Hurricane player. Then he started pushing a couple of his teammates. Now he comes off the field. And there may have been a penalty after the play. Unsportsmanlike conduct on Center Hill. They'll move it all the way back for 4th and 11 now. Or is it 1st and 10? Yeah, they got the first down, but the penalty moves them back to the 42-yard line. But it's still first down for Center Hill, Mississippi, a fresh set of downs for the Mustangs. Got Lee under center. Give it to Cedric Nelson. This time he stood up by Caleb Smith. He stopped him for no gain.
Caleb Smith. We'll bring up second down.
2nd and 10 for Center Hill. Center Hill, Mississippi in Olive Branch. One of many schools in that area, along with Olive Branch High School, and Lewiston, I believe, is another school in the area. Nelson up the middle. This time he's going to get a couple before he's pulled back by Fred Giles. 2-yard gain. Give him 3 to the 39. It'll be 3rd and 7 for Center Hill, Mississippi, just short of the 39-yard line. Defense needs to play big here. Regain the momentum in this football game. Speaking of basketball, a couple of months away from Hurricane going for 3 in a row in a new classification this year. West Swift ready to go. Here's Logan going to throw. Downfield, lobs it up for grabs, and it is intercepted by Willfire. Went in a bunch of 4 and came down with the football at the 11-yard line. Jonesboro creates a turnover. It's first down Hurricane at the 11. That may be what this Hurricane team needed to light their fire. That ball was thrown up for grabs. There was one receiver down there for Center Hill. I believe it was Jay Jones, but he couldn't out-jump Will Thayer, who has him by about 3 inches. There were a couple of other Hurricane down there in coverage. And Thayer came up with the football. So from the 11, first down, Jonesboro. Terrence Brown, the QB. Hands it off, and a loss of 1. Center Hill pretty fired up right now, too. Loss of 1, 2nd and 11. That's the end of the third quarter. Hurricane hanging on to a 24-17 lead. The fourth quarter is next on the EAB Sports Network.
You're listening to Jonesboro High School football on KNEA, K237FI 95.3, and K245CW 96.9 Jonesboro, and KBRI Clarendon, the Ticket Radio Network.
Your vehicle is a personal and important investment. At Central Collision Center, we're more than collision repair. We do everything from minor paint touch-ups and windshield replacements to framework. We're committed to customer satisfaction and provide the highest quality of service. At Central Collision Center, we provide honest and expert auto care and offer a written lifetime warranty and on-site rental car arrangements. Stop by or give us a call today to schedule your free estimate. Central Collision Center. Professional, convenient, reliable. Behind Central Chevrolet on Stadium and online at centralcollisionctr.com. Need a mailbox? Mailboxes at the Safe Ship store in Jonesboro offer you the convenience of receiving mail and packages at one location with 24-hour access. Rent now from Safe Ship for 6 months. Get the 7th month free. Rent for 12 months. Get the 13th and 14th months free. Owner David Leonard wants to help you with all your postal, printing, and shipping needs. For the best customer service, quality, and prices, visit the Safe Ship store. 2500 Alexander Drive, Suite C in Jonesboro. Just down from Wings to Go. 870-333-5068.
There's a diving attempt from Philip Tillman, the second on a pass from Terrence Brown on 2nd and 10 for the Hurricane from their own 10, and it's incomplete. Welcome back to Cooksey Johns, fourth quarter. Hurricane up 24-17. Now Philip Tillman the second coming off the field, a little shaken up after that dive. And Maddox Morrison will replace him. 3rd and 10 for the Cane. Don't forget, immediately following this show, as quick as we can get there, it will be the Kavanaugh Auto Group Friday Night Lights Scoreboard Show with Will Oswald, interviews with broadcasters, coaches from around the state on the 4th week of high school football here in the Natural State, right here on the ticket, the Kavanaugh Auto Group Friday Night Lights Scoreboard Show, and also the Moore Air Conditioning postgame show and the announcement of the JOSM player of the game. Brown going to run it. Sidestep. And it's going to be short of the first down. Got out to about the 17-18. And Will Thayer will come out to boot. Well, Will Thayer was injured. Now there he comes out. He's out there. He's going to punt it. He walked off a little gingerly on the last defensive stand for Jonesboro, but he's back out there to kick it away, and he needs to get a good one. 49 on his first kick. This time a low end-over-end kick that will take a high bounce for Jonesboro. Will roll across midfield and roll dead just at the 46-yard line of Center Hill, where they'll have the ball 1st and 10. 2 weeks. Bryant, one of the best football teams ever in the state of Arkansas. They're riding a big winning streak of so many games I can't even recall how many it is for they've lost to an in-state opponent. They won 4 straight state championships. They'll be the first home game for Jonesboro in the 7A Central. Bryant comes to town in 2 weeks. 7 o'clock will be the kick. 6:30 our in-game pregame, and 6 o'clock the America's Car Mart Hootens football show. Center Hill to the field from the right hash, 1st and 10. Have one man split out across the field to the left side. Jaden Logan under center. Going to hand it off to Cedric Nelson. And he's still on his feet, broke the first set of tackles and continues to the 49. It's a 4-yard gain. It was going to be a 1-yard gain, but he just kept the legs churning and got it outside. On the tackle, Will Thayer for Jonesboro. Thayer against Lake Hamilton had a big night of 13 tackles. 21 on the year for Jonesboro coming into tonight's game. 2nd and 7. Give it to Nelson again. This time he stumbles and is only going to get a yard to midfield. Going to give Fred Giles the tackle. 3rd and 6 for Center Hill from midfield. 9:44 to go in regulation. 24-17 Hurricane lead, holding on by their fingernails. Created their 3rd turnover of the night earlier on an interception by Will Thayer, but went 3 and out. There was Jaden Logan. I think he actually got away with one there. He took a stutter step back like he was expecting the football to come to him and didn't. Then he wandered away from the center and called the timeout. Timeout on the field with 9:18 to go. Hurricane up 24-17. Back in 30 seconds on the EAB Sports Network.
Need a mailbox? Mailboxes at the Safe Ship store in Jonesboro offer you the convenience of receiving mail and packages at one location with 24-hour access. Rent now from Safe Ship for 6 months, get the 7th month free. Rent for 12 months, get the 13th and 14th months free. Owner David Leonard wants to help you with all your postal printing and shipping needs. For the best customer service, quality, and prices, visit the Safe Ship store. 2500 Alexander Drive, Suite C in Jonesboro, just down from Wings to Go. 870-333-5068.
Bud Schroepel back here at Cooksey Johns. 3rd and 7 coming up for the Center Hill Mustangs, trailing the Cane 24-17. We're in the 4th quarter with 9 minutes, 18 seconds left in regulation. was all Jonesboro in the first half, but this second half is kind of leaned in favor of Center Hill. 24-10 at half, and the only score this second half was Lawrence Autry, a never-used running back tonight, came in and ran 4 straight for first down and then the score. Logan hands it to Cedric Nelson, trying to get outside, and he's hemmed up and got a 1-yard gain to the 49-yard line of Jonesboro to be 4th and 5. And let's see what Center Hill decides to do. And we got Caleb Smith just fell to the turf. May have a cramp. I hope that's all it is. I think that's exactly what it is. He's extended the leg out and may have just tightened up on him. Hope that's all it is. Philip Tillman II is going to drop back deep for the anticipated punt of Center Hill. Sam King, a reserve running back, is going to come in the lineup too in punt coverage for Jonesboro. We get Caleb Smith up. He's going to run off under his own power. Obviously a cramp for the junior cornerback. All right, Tillman II standing at the 20. I'll get used to calling him Tillman II, Mr. Tillman, I promise you. Philip Tillman II standing now at his 17-yard line, awaiting the punt from Carter Burton. Just get the ball in Tillman II's hands and see what he can do. Jonesboro comes up in press coverage just to make sure that doesn't nothing crazy go on. Don't give him free space for 10 yards. Now we line up for the punt. Gets it back to the punter. One step side kick, and he's going to sail it to the end zone. No, he sailed it out of bounds. Nice kick by Carter Burton. Looked like he was trying to go into the corner, and it goes out of bounds at the 6-yard line. So that's where Jonesboro will put it in play, 1st and 10. You know, back in the 7A for the first time ever, with 7 classifications in the state of Arkansas, and Randy Coleman feels like his team is going to be able to compete. And they'll get their chance next week as travel to Cabot, one of the toughest places in this state to play. Our broadcast time will be 6 o'clock with the America's Car Mart pregame show from Hooten's Magazine. 6:30 our in-game pregame, 7 o'clock the kickoff from Cabot, Arkansas, the Panthers and the Hurricanes. Terrence Brown in the shotgun. Going to pitch it back. With the catch is Arkevius Pickett, and Center Hill strings it down the line, and he may have gotten a yard to the 5. He actually lost a yard to the 5. 2nd and 11. Well, each game this year for Jonesboro has gone down to the wire in a close but not happy conclusion. Losing to West Memphis 27-20, seeing Lake Hamilton score with 30 seconds to go to win 25-21. This time a handoff up the middle. And a short gain. Terrence Brown on the keeper. 2-yard gain, 3rd and 9. Tillman II standing at the 10. Brown in the gun with 2 receivers, 1 to either side. Pitch play on the reverse, didn't fool anybody. I believe it was Brock McCoy coming around for the pitch play. Got back to the line of scrimmage. There's a flag down. Excuse me. Well, I don't guess there is a flag down. I could have sworn I saw a flag on the field. Here comes the punt team for Jonesboro, and Will Thayer will have to kick it from his own end zone. So the offense stalls again, and Center Hill is going to have it in great field position, probably in Jonesboro territory, for the game-tying touchdown. 6:55 to go, and Thayer gets it away. A high kick that hits and bounces into Center Hill territory, is quickly picked up and immediately tackled. Trying to pull a fast one for Center Hill was J.D. Washington for a return of 1 yard. The ball was bouncing. He just kind of reached in and snatched it real quick, hoping he could catch the cane. Not noticing, they did, and they tackled him. So they'll go to defense as the Mustangs have it 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line, trailing 24-7. And Randy Coleman out there talking again with the Whitecap. He walks away with that little smile on his face like, ain't buying it. 1st and 10 from the right hash for the Mustangs, who have had a lot of time on the field. If nothing else, they're wearing down this Jonesboro defense. Jones goes in motion. They give it to number 80. This time he is stopped after a 2-yard gain, 3-yard gain to the 48-yard line. That's Lawrence Autry. Second and 7 for the Mustangs. 6:06 in the third. One receiver out to the left side. Autry gets a handoff again, and he rambles forward for about 4 tough ones. Fred Giles back out for Jonesboro on the field. Going to spot him at the 43. 3rd and 2 for Center Hill as the clock continues to roll. Almost down to 5 minutes. 5:24 and running. Logan under center. Autry again. This time he's bear hugged at the line of scrimmage. Actually going to lose the yardage. He ran right in the moon hooks of Fred Giles. Big Fred comes up on that one. Giles at 6'4", a lean 210, and a powerful young man makes it 4th and 2 again for Center Hill. Autry still out there, though, in that fullback spot. Logan under center. Movement, I hope, by Center Hill. False start on Center Hill. Will move the ball back for 4th and 7. So an untimely penalty on Center Hill now pushes back the Mustangs. 4:33 and running left in the game. 24-17 Hurricane lead. At one time a 24-3 lead. From the shotgun, ball is rolled back to Logan. Throws it downfield, and it's caught. A catch made by J.D. Washington at the 24-yard line. Dinwiddie and Thayer back there in coverage, but he brought it in, and Center Hill keeps the football and gets the first set of downs. Ball was rolled back to Logan. He kept his composure, rolled to his right side, set and threw a dandy over-the-shoulder catch for J.D. Washington, and his 1st and 10 for Center Hill. Clock is moving now inside of 4 minutes. Utley under center. Hands it off to Autry, and he finds a seam on the left side and runs it all the way inside the 15 to the 13 to move the chains again. First down, Center Hill. Trailing by 7. Jones in motion. Autry again. Starts left, cuts it back in, and hammers out some hard yardage. Positive nonetheless to the 9-yard line.
One will fire. It'll bring up 2nd down and 7.
2nd and we'll call it a long 6. From between the 10 and the 9. Trayshawn Crawford with the football, number 51 on the field in a linebacker spot. Logan under center, hands it to the first man through, and he's stacked up for a loss to the 10-yard line, about a half-yard loss, but a loss nonetheless. That was Autry on the carry, and it's 3rd down and 6
It'll bring up 3rd down
for Center Hill. Clock continues to roll, 2:22 in regulation. Logan's going to keep it, bounces it outside, trying to turn the corner. Can't. And stays in bounds to keep the clock moving, just short of the yardage needed. 4th down and 1 from the 5-yard line. Have to get just inside the 5 for the first down. 1:50 to go. Hurricane fans need to get on their feet and make some noise. Hands it off to Autry. He's going to get the first down. Just enough. Or is it? They spotted at the 5. I thought they had it at the 4. They spotted just inside the 5. They're going to need to bring the chains out for this one. And they are. Hurricane players come running off the field in celebration. And let's see if it was celebrating the right thing. They bring the chains, they set the chains, they stretch the chains. They give it to Jonesboro. Hurricane take over on downs with 1:37 to go. The Hurricane defense holds Center Hill, and the coaches for Center Hill not happy on the spot. 1st and 10 Jonesboro, just inside the 10-yard line. We'll call it the 9. Center Hill has no timeouts left according to the scoreboard. It's on the 4-yard line, excuse me, the 4-yard line. And is that right? They have no timeouts? They are out of timeouts. Terrence Brown's going to operate from the gun. He stands in the end zone. He gives it to Brett McCoy, who's off to the races. 30, 20, 10, 106-yard touchdown run for 17. What a run right up the gut for Brock McCoy. And he goes untouched and outran the defense. 96 yards for the score. How about that for the nail in the coffin? Marcos Cisneros on for the point after. Herget gets it back to Jones, and the kick is good. Hurricane on top. 31-17. Back in 30 seconds on the EAB Sports Network.
The employees of Alexander's Machine Shop, Jimmy, Kim, Jordan, and Zachary Alexander, along with Tim, Ashley, Max, Emma, and Kate Hogger, all wish Jonesboro High School a very successful athletic season. Alexander Machine Shop is always there to answer any metal questions or problems that you may have. Come by the shop at 1201 East Johnson or call them. That's 935-6405. Go Golden Hurricane!
Brock McCoy, a 96-yard touchdown run, and the Hurricane back up 2 touchdowns, 31-17. The only thing that could rival that excitement would be another home run from Albert Pujols, and he just hit number 698 on his quest to become the 4th player in the history of MLB to hit 700 home runs. He's within 2 now as he hits 698 to tie the game with the Reds. Albert Pujols, a home run tonight. Brock McCoy, a 96-yard touchdown run, 1:37 on the clock, just trying to secure the win. Now Cisneros gets his foot into it, fielded at the 9. By J.D. Washington, he's immediately tackled. Great one-on-one tackle from number 21 for Jonesboro. That's Terry Hamilton. Tyree Hamilton. 5'8", 139 pounds of power. Tackles J.D. Washington for after a 3-yard return, and it's 1st and 10 from the 12 for the Mustangs, who are out of timeout and have 1:16 left on the clock. Looks like the Hurricane, unless some miracle thing happens for the Mustangs, are going to move to 1-2 in conference play, and I tell you, they are a couple of plays away from being 3-0 in conference play. So, non-conference, excuse me. Here is Logan from the shotgun. He rolls to his left side. Sets and throws it downfield, and it's almost picked up by Will Thayer. Had it, it missed. And the football falls to the turf, incomplete. I mean, Thayer is the only one that had a chance to catch that one. 2nd and 10 from the 12. Hurricane now 1 minute, 10 seconds away from victory number 1 on this season. And Thayer is down. He may be cramping. Walking off gingerly like it is a cramp. Hope that's all it is. Temperature at kickoff was 82. It's not much cooler than that now. Sam King goes out to help Will Thayer off the field. He's getting plenty of water. Brock McCoy also comes out to give him a 5. Young's going to be sacked.
Jaden Logan sacked by number 21, Tyree Hamilton.
Tyree Hamilton, who made that nice tackle on the kick return, goes in for a tackle for a loss, closing it quickly from the backside, and then loss back to the 7-yard line. It's 3rd down, and the clock is moving. 3rd down, about 16. Logan spins out of a tackle out of the end zone. Now he's going to run for yardage and going to be met head up and stopped. And I believe that's Hamilton again.
Jake Logan on quarterback keeper. Stopping down by Hurricane defense. We'll bring up fourth down.
No, that was Brownlee on the tackle. Jonathan Brownlee on the tackle for Jonesboro. Met him head up. Fourth down, and the clock's going to run out on this one. Jonesboro's going to improve to 1 and 2 on the year in non-conference play as they defeat Center Hill, Mississippi, 31-17. Center Hill moves to 1 and 3. Hurricane now 3 and 1. Stay tuned for the More Air Conditioning post-game show and the announcement of the JOSM Player of the Game next after this 3-minute timeout on the EAB Sports Network.
Need a mailbox? Mailboxes at the Safe Ship store in Jonesboro offer you the convenience of receiving mail and packages at one location with 24-hour access. Rent now from Safe Ship for 6 months, get the 7th month free. Rent for 12 months, get the 13th and 14th months free. Owner David Leonard wants to help you with all your postal printing and shipping needs. For the best customer service, quality, and prices, visit the Safe Ship store. 2500 Alexander Drive, Suite C in Jonesboro, just down from Wings to Go. 870-333-5068.
You've been told banks with branches don't have the digital capabilities you need. But why not have the best of both worlds? At First National Bank, we have all the online banking tools you could ever need. Plus, if you need something, we have real people in real places near you. Digital, with branches and real people. We know you can't be everywhere at once, but we can be anywhere you are. Check it, snap it, track it, pay it, move it, and ask it anywhere. First National Bank, putting you first, always.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Get huge savings now at every Kavanaugh dealership. Kavanaugh has a great selection of late model, low mileage, certified pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. And most are still under factory warranty. We have every make, every model, so you're sure to find the vehicle you want. And when you buy at Kavanaugh, every new and used purchase comes with 1 year free maintenance. Plus, we buy cars. Bring a vehicle, get a check. Come see us today at one of our dealerships or go to CavanaughCars.com.
The home team at Jonesboro Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is proud to welcome Dr. Asa Schneickel. Dr. Schneickel's an A State alum and is Northeast Arkansas's only joint revision surgeon, specializing in several forms of joint replacement. He joins the Jonesboro Sports and Orthopedics team with more than 40 years experience in getting you back in the game. So if you have a sports injury, just some nagging aches, or even need help with concussion management, call JOSM at 932-1820 to schedule an appointment. Jonesboro Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, excelling in our field so you can excel on yours.
It's a mix and match special now at all Jonesboro area Domino's Pizza locations. Choose any two for $5.99 each for carryout or $6.99 each for delivery. How about a medium 2-topping pizza, oven-baked sandwich, pasta in a tin, Domino's stuffed cheesy bread, salad, bread twists, marble brownies, and so much more. Switch it up for lunch or dinner for the whole gang. The mix and match special with any two for only $5.99 each for carryout or $6.99 each for delivery. Only at your Jonesboro area Domino's Pizza locations. What a horrible call! What's the matter with you, ref? You seriously need some glasses.
Honey, that's the mascot.
Oh, guess I need glasses too.
Elite Eye Care can help fans and officials alike. 1000 Windover Road in Jonesboro and 1515 West Kings Highway in Paragould. Schedule today at EliteEyeCareAndOptical.com or call 972-6040. That's 972-6040. Elite Eye Care. Your vision is our focus.
Bud Stropel back at our NEA broadcast position for the More Air Conditioning post-game show. Jonesboro gets a win over Center Hill, Mississippi, leading 24-10 at half. Held on to a 24-17 lead until Brock McCoy broke one free for a 96-yard touchdown run.